I'll be spending the next 250 days in a cave-only world in Minecraft Hardcore. Being stuck in a world made of caves comes with its challenges. Animals rarely ever spawn, if ever, and there's always mobs since it's dark at all times. I still managed to build upon and improve my base here, adding in more farms, rooms, interiors, and more. So stay tuned to watch me build the ultimate cave base. I hope you'll enjoy the video. So I will be surviving 250 more days in this world, or technically 150, but I also want to just add that if you didn't watch the previous video, you don't have to. I made it a couple weeks or months back. It's been a little bit for sure, but you definitely don't need to watch that. You can if you do want to. But to make it a little bit easier, I'm also going to go ahead and start with the base tour so you guys can see what we're working with a little bit here. I also know a couple of things I already want to do, like some expansions. I'll actually show one of them off first before we do any of the touring. I think it'd be really cool to add another part of the base that goes up right here. And starting from 100 days already being survived in this world, we're going to have way more time to do such cool things like building, maybe even getting some gear. I don't know if I'll stay with iron armor. I kind of like iron armor, but if we have time and want to, it could be worth it to do a little bit of upgrading. Either way though, let's start with down here. There's a waterfall. We have these barrels that kind of lead over here. You can actually go through the waterfall area too. It doesn't lead to much at the moment. There's a portal right here. I think I actually want to make the portal bigger too. That's one of the things I was thinking of doing, as well as that thing up there. And then we have the 2 sugarcane farms. We have this room that you can actually get into from the staircase that we'll go to in a second. It's actually a ladder. We have the geode up there. We have this like little wall with a bit of a geode sticking out right here. The huge geode on the side that's supposed to be like open. We have our chest room, of course. And then the access to the sugarcane farms. The bottom of the ladder for that one room I was showing off. And then we have the armor stand room. And last but not least, we can go up here into this purple geode room and the enchanting table. And while we're actually at this enchantment table, oh but yeah, I want to enchant axe for we can mine some wood, but I think we need to get it from our chest down here because I only have 2 on me at the moment. Okay, and I do have some more diamonds in here, 7 total, so we'll have 4 left, and then I can enchant this and then go mine the trees. And efficiency 4 and breaking 3 is probably the best thing I could have asked for there, so I'm happy with that. We're also going to be fighting some monsters, so I'm going to go ahead and just make new armor because we have like, what, 3 durability left? We can keep it in case we use another armor stand. That way we don't have to waste more iron, but for our actual player, we probably want to get a new repaired set, so I will do exactly that. Then I can go ahead and just mine this wood. So now that I've mined all of that, I think I can kind of get started. I had some wood already, but I just kind of wanted to mine some more. The other thing I kind of want to add is also there's one staircase here, and in the previous video I was talking about how my original plan was actually to have 2 staircases on both sides because I thought it would look like cool. But I didn't end up doing that because I think I forgot, if I remember correctly. I don't know, it was a while ago. But I do think we can kind of redeem ourselves there, or I guess I could redeem myself there by adding one in now, so I'm going to try and do that. Just gotta travel all the way up here. Then I can go ahead and build a little something across. Let me grab my blocks. I think just continuing the bridge in front of the waterfall would be best. Yeah, I think up here is fine. One more block over, then I say right here we can actually bridge down and add in another pillar. Obviously for the thing looks supported in the first place. I think it would look kind of bad if I didn't have more of these. And this can go up 1 block, possibly. We'll have the... well, the water's right there, right? So this is going to be a very tiny path. Maybe I should throw this up a block then, yeah. So basically we would have 1 pillar come out this way, diagonally. And then we could have this come out here now. And then we just break all of these. And I think we could just add in another pillar coming up from here. Just depends if we want to go another block over. I mean, this is already 5 wide, so we could keep it uneven. I think that's probably best. I'm blocking up a bit of the waterfall here, which maybe is a bad idea too. I'll just look after and I could always change it if it is, making it look worse. But there we go. Build it up to here. Bring it 1 block like that. And then we need trapdoors, so let me go ahead and grab some of those. Okay, then we'll go through and place in trapdoors on all the blocks that don't have water on them. Then let me go see if this looks bad or if it's going to be good enough for at least now. And then we can turn the path right around here and then probably have a staircase that comes up here. That would look something like this, I think, starting on this block. And then we could have another type of build on this left side. Would be the idea so far, at least. So a skeleton down here waiting for me. If I could just eat my carrot and then we could take care of him. Okay, I think I decided just for the sake of being able to have a little bit more space to build, I'm going to make it go a little bit further. Then we can have the part where the staircase will be at the very end. Because this staircase is at the very end, so I think if we can keep the other staircase at the very end as well, it would probably look better. So I just don't want to kind of close it off just yet. Since we have a lot of time to build, I should probably give myself more than enough room to build some new stuff. So I'm going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I guess we could just have like a fence here. But then again, I don't know. I think we have a lot of room. Maybe let's just make the staircase here. I'm changing my mind because I feel like it might look bad if I do it the other way. Okay, let me start. So the staircase would have obviously these parts going down. Did I hear a skeleton? Thought I heard a skeleton. Let's just build while we can. If the skeleton tries to attack me, whatever. And that means these stairs would probably start around this block. So if I could also craft some of those to be able to place them in. Let's do that now. 40 stairs is a good amount. That should be enough to finish a good amount of this staircase, but not all of it. Then we need these blocks to be wood as well. I just can't really place them from this angle, so we might have to jump down and do that first. And where are the mobs coming from over here? Because I do hear multiple of them. Are they under me or in like a cave? Oh, they might actually be above me. Yeah, that makes sense. So let me place some torches just behind these blocks at least, so we don't get like jumped by creepers. And then if I could also go up around here and light all this stuff up, I do think that'd be helpful as well. I just don't want to get exploded while I'm not paying attention, because I mean, we could technically get snuck up on from any of these angles back here. So let me get this whole cave, honestly. And there's some more coal, which we're pretty low on, so I will also go ahead and mine that. We have a Fortune 3 pickaxe as well, which gives us a lot of coal, of course. So now that I'm done placing torches, for now at least, I'm going to go ahead and expand this all the way to the bottom, starting with one side at a time, which is kind of tricky. I think that would, yeah, start from the top block here. Okay, yeah, so we can just do 2 dirt, and then kind of do the same pattern, going down 1 block at a time, till we hit the very bottom. So let me do that on one of these sides, and we'll go through with some stairs and make sure that it all lines up correctly. Then it does go to the bottom here. We'll probably just have stone all around this area, so I'm going to assume this will be flat. So we're going to place some placeholder cobblestone here so we can actually like walk around. And then on that cobblestone, we can go ahead and place these stairs. And then let me make sure it lines up, like I said. Yeah, I think I was placing 1 block down, so I did it wrong already. Yes, I'm placing them on the very bottom block, so I'm going to have to redo the ones I placed so far, which is only a couple. Okay, now that that does line up, let's break the dirt that we placed here. I do like how it comes over a lot, so we're going to leave it like that. And then the way we can get around the bottom, maybe looking weird or sticking out. I could actually just leave it like that. Like, that doesn't look bad either. I was going to bring another pillar block down, but I kind of like how the stairs stick out, so... I mean, at least for right now, I'm going to leave it like that. And there we go. The first side is done. Now we just have to do the middle and the right side, so I'm going to start on those right now. Ooh, there's a skeleton wearing copper armor over there. I also just got shot at, and I'm 5 hearts, which is honestly kind of low, so I've got to be careful. And there's another skeleton over here. Are there any more left? I think that's it for now. I placed in... Oh, I thought I crit that creeper. Never mind. There's someone following me around. And there's another one. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I just placed in all the stairs right here. Yeah, there's actually a couple on the back, but we need to craft more. I do want to go ahead and do the side though, so I'm just going to place these all the way up. And when I place them up this time, I actually want to be stripping them too, because we still need to strip the other side. So let me actually just go through and do that too before we place more logs over here. And then this staircase is about to be done, so let me break these dirt that I have. And there's a crowd of zombies forming below me. There's, actually... I don't think I want to break that piece. I kind of like how this dirt's sticking over. We can actually add some more dirt in so we can emphasize that effect. And then let's mine back this wall just a little bit, but not the whole thing. We can leave some blocks, but just enough so we can like actually end up doing something up here. So these blocks should probably all be moved back just like this. We can do some more on this wall, 2 back, and I can kind of straighten out again here. And I think that will look pretty nice, yeah. Let me just mine out this all the way across. And then I can kind of dent it back in for at least the time being. And we need dirt in all these blocks here, because I guess it's just the void. I may have stolen dirt from here. Or I think it was some ores or coal, because I have like a staircase right there. I also want to go ahead and put some torches here so that grass spreads, and then replace all of this stone with grass. I don't know if I'll keep a grass. Maybe we can actually just do like a mix. So it's kind of like spreading in by a bit. So something like this. And then if we want to make a stone or wood or whatever, we have the option later. But at least some more grass will spread if we do go with that. Let me see how this all is looking then, since we have another staircase done. But then for the staircase can actually be used, I think the next thing we probably want to do is put some more stone right here. So let's see if I even have stone. I might be out. Oh yeah, and actually I just remembered as well, we should place these staircases on the bottom of this staircase before I go up. So let me get all those out of my, well, not out of my, but let me craft them all up so I can place them. Just got a bunch of ones on the bottom throughout here, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay, I do need to melt a bunch of cobblestone because I don't actually have any at the moment. So I'm gonna start 4 stacks in my different furnaces. That's all the furnaces I have, and I also don't have too much coal anyway, so like even if I made more, then I don't think it'd be worth it. I can do something else while I wait for that to melt. Do we have andesite? I actually have 4 stacks of stone in here, so I lied. So we could start with that. I mean, we actually have no andesite though, so it would probably be a good idea to go start mining some of that. I just gotta put away some things in my inventory, so... Alright, it took me quite a while, but I finally found a spot to mine some andesite. There's some skeletons behind me, so I'm trying to hide a little bit, but I should be good to mine some of this now. And I'll probably just get a couple stacks, honestly. I think that'll be good enough. I don't need anything crazy, but just for I have some to build with when I need to, like right now. I did just get a couple stacks, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest some carrots now that I'm back, because my food was honestly getting pretty low, so let me get a refill of it here. Okay, I have like 3 stacks of carrots. I think that's more than enough for now, so I'm going to go store the rest of these in the chest, and yeah, I mean, probably check my stone too. Alright, it's definitely made some good progress. We have basically 4 stacks of this done. I'm going to refill it with 4 more stacks of cobblestone if I have 4 stacks of cobblestone in the first place. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we do. Nice. There's a bunch in that top chest. And while all of that melts, once again, I'm going to go start filling in the staircase over here. We can actually just run straight over there now too, which is kind of nice. This also just makes it so the base is way easier to get around in the first place. Then I'll add a couple of random patches of andesite around here, and then mixed in with mostly stone throughout the middle portions. I'm just going to expand this like 1 or 2 blocks past the staircase for now, just so we can obviously like walk on it, then ask for like what we're actually going to build over here. Maybe nothing, maybe something, but we're going to wait on anything like that, so I just don't know. Okay, that looks like a pretty good start. I'm going to break this cobblestone too, because I just think it isn't as good of a looking block, especially in this little gradient I have going on. Oh, there's actually also a zombie villager right here. Should we trap that guy for now? So we could cure it and maybe get like mending or just some emeralds. I think I could put it in a boat and it would save it without having to name tag it. Okay, yeah, so if we do want it, we can come check later. It shouldn't despawn. I don't know if I'll do that though. Can we even get potions? I guess we can get gold, we can get apples. And weakness potions are just spiders, right? So, and sugarcane, which we have. So I think it should be possible to get that, as far as I know at least. Okay, so far I've expanded this a little bit. I think that's a good start. I can at least like walk over here now. I'll probably expand it a little bit more, but I mean, I guess I could do a little more of it right now. I just don't know what I'm going to add up here, so then again, it could be a pretty good time to decide what we're going to even add up here in the first place. Let me connect these 2 stone portions up. Maybe just by doing something like this. I don't know how high I want this one too. Like, should I go down a block right here? I guess it could. That looks pretty good. And then we could just have this come over. Maybe some stairs in this little section right here. Maybe more stairs right there. We square it off a bit. And then you can kind of get up a little bit easier. So if I do place those in... I guess we could like dig all this down, make this into like a cliff. But I also don't think that would be the right way to go about doing things. So I'm not going to do that either. We're just going to continue placing some more blocks on the outside. And it looks like my shovel also broke, so I'll probably just make another iron one, honestly, because even if I got efficiency 4, it's honestly too fast. So I kind of want to keep using the iron one. I forget what video it was, but there was a video recently, I think it was my last one. I got like an efficiency 4 shovel, and it low-key just made everything harder, so... And this is definitely big enough for now. I mean, we can go all the way over to this thing, and like, we can actually use the stairs. We can break these dirt blocks on the backside, as well as this old pillar. And then we can place in some torches over here too. And then I also need to make some more torches because we're out now. I can place some on these pillars right here, just for some extra lighting. I can always remove them later too if they're like super visible or ugly. Oh yeah, and then right here too. Should I try to expand this portal now? How big could we make it if we move it all the way over here? So let's go 5 up, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I just think making it bigger would be cool, so... Then we should probably want to start going up already, if it's gonna be bigger like that. Which would be something like this, I assume. We can move these stairs, change this block to being like this, and then that's what it would look like now, with this one gone, of course, too. I don't know, I mean, I think that would look better. It's definitely bigger, and we can move these amethyst blocks kind of around to match it more. I lost the crystal, but I have more crystals in my chest if I remember correctly, so it doesn't really matter. Then we can also... Well, no, those are fine there too. These blocks go into the ground here, and then we can make it scatter even further out, honestly. 2 blocks going this way. We can dig these out. And then, where would the actual obsidian be? Yeah, back here then. And then we can add in more amethyst on these middle sides, because I think it'll make it look better too. That's what we did before. Okay, so we need more amethyst and we need our obsidian and flint and steel. Let me go grab that. And since I found those blocks, let me just place them around here in these... I don't even know what the shape is called, but place them in the shape around here. These blocks will be obsidian now. And then... Oh yeah, wait, this portal actually has to be up to these corners though, because portals have to be squares or rectangles. They cannot be in a weird shape. But it actually works fine because we can just hide it behind this corner right there, so it's not going to cause any issues. And then these 2 blocks would also be obsidian. These blocks behind here would all be replaced to amethyst. But then there's just 2 blocks needed to mine here, and then we should be done. So with all those being placed in, we go ahead and light the portal, and it looks something like this. I mean, it's definitely bigger, which is what I was going for. And then we could probably also use like 2 stairs on these sides, just to curve it a little bit more. I think that looks nice. And then if you want to go a step further, I wonder if it would look better or worse if we go ahead and add in an extra plank on top of both of these things. Or an extra log, sorry. And then we can go ahead and strip it as well. Let me see. Honestly, I think that makes it look better. Yeah, let's keep it like that. And as for the floor, let's replace some of this gravel with amethyst, kind of just peeking out into this place too. I mean, it's a lighter block than the stone, so I feel like it kind of will look cool if it's coming outward. And I'm also out of amethyst right now, so that's basically the best I can do. But we can definitely get more amethyst as well. Alright, so the finished product for now is this. I think those are 2 good upgrades to the base so far. I also just realized one little thing though, and that is that these stairs are actually supposed to be stone brick if we want to match the other side, and some stone mixed in, but I do want to change it because I want them to match. I think that'll look way better, so let me fix that real quick. I just need a little bit more stone brick. I mean, if I make all these into stairs, we're only gonna have like, what, 40? Yeah. Stack of blocks makes a... Well, not a stack, but 40 stairs. And I can go around in here and place it in some pattern for now, so I can go in and add andesite and stone. Because I don't even know if I have enough to finish this, so we might as well just add the pattern right now. Well, actually looks like I do have enough to finish it if I wanted to. Or very close to it. But I still stand by what I said. So let me get the other stairs in here. Some andesite would be pretty easy to make at the moment, so let's just mix a little bit of that in. Maybe just around where the stone is going to be placed. So we have 2 there, 1 here. We can block off these sections with some more. 1 block there, and 1 up here too. And then maybe some of this ground, we can kind of have... continue some of that stone theme right at the very top at least. So something like this, I guess. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. But then the rest of this would, I guess, be stone. So let's make some stone stairs now to finish this off. 36 is more than enough. And then with that being done, this is what it looks like, which definitely looks a lot cooler because it matches the ground and it's not just a full brown staircase. And it actually has some stuff mixed into it. While I do have all these stairs ready, I wonder if I should, or if I can even use them for anything else. I guess I can go around here where these leaves are and kind of add in some more interesting depth to the terrain by placing some stairs and stuff, because right now it is definitely not very interesting. I mean, this is okay so far. I mean, just placing stairs won't do all of it, but we can add a little cliffside here, place some andesite under that. Same thing for up here, we can add one of those in over here, place the blocks underneath. I guess I can just go through and continue doing this. So all of these can be stone as well, and then we can end off on 1 piece of andesite, an andesite stair. And again, of course, we gotta get that bottom too. We don't want it to be just dirt, that would look bad. Yeah, I mean, look at that from over here. That does make it look cooler, honestly. It's a very small change, though. But just because it's small doesn't mean it's bad or anything, so it's worth it to do it, of course. And I think that's it for now. I mean, I don't really see anywhere else where I could do this. These 2 blocks, I mean, sure, we can fit some in there. Probably want to make this go over a bit, though. You know, I just thought of a good idea of, like, we could have another huge waterfall coming from this side to kind of have the back-to-back. So that would basically come from the top of this hill or something, falling into a big pond right here. So we should keep this as thin as possible. I'm going to trim a tiny bit off the edge here, just to go with my vision. I think something like that would be okay. I'm going to wait before I do anything concrete, but if I go up here, maybe I could start laying out where the water would go down. I just got to swim up there in the first place, because it's actually kind of hard to get up there. I don't think I've been on this part at the top of my base yet. So there might be some monsters waiting. Okay, not yet at least. So where would that be if I wanted to float from somewhere? I guess basically just right here. There's a golden armor zombie. Okay, that would be bad if he hit me off. Let's mine this for the leaves can start decaying. Same for this tree, honestly, as well. And then we could just have a bit of a hole that all this comes and flows out of. So I'm gonna mine where I think that would look nice. Then we can continue doing it if it looks good. I mean, honestly, I could just place some test water up here just to see. So where does that fall down? And that could make it like bigger and more grand, of course, after. But how long should I even make it? I guess testing like this before I build is a good idea. Measure twice, cut once. I know that's saying. Which I probably should do more often, because I feel like I build stuff and then I'm not happy with it after. I'm also getting low from these monsters. Let me finish the rest of them off. There's another single skeleton here with an enchant bow. Okay, I should be okay for now. And then this all ends up looking something like this, which isn't bad. Let me look from a bit of a more further view. Okay, so I did a little bit more work up here for a couple of minutes, or a bit, and then I kind of let more water down, and I think I like how it's looking now, so we can get to building it a little bit more, hopefully. I'm just going to build a bit of an outline here. I'll see an outline for how wide this river type of thing will be if I'm going to have a river here. I think we can start with the first block being some dirt, of course, so we can build that all the way across, and we can actually probably build a whole flat layer of dirt, because we need to have a flat layer anyway, so we can have like the water sources, but we could always just add it in with like blocks after or something, I don't know. So bare minimum we have to get this first layer placed down, because that's going to be the outline of this thing. So let's place this layer, and then it's going to kind of hug the side. I think we should actually leave some green though, like first just on stone up here would definitely probably add to the look rather than something else, I guess. I don't know. Okay, that looks okay. We need to mine all this out then too, to one layer below this, so we can have the river placed in. I guess I can also have some sort of like some more stone holding this up if I want. Like we could have another layer right here, which kind of eventually connects up with this maybe. I mean, I could see that looking pretty nice. I think we'd have to do like one block though, like diagonally. I think the other way would be a little bit too thick. So then the actual river, I guess, would maybe come in like this then. Maybe that would look good. Just with the dirt flying off the cliff looked a little bit weird, so that's why I thought this might look better. I don't know though, I'm not sure until I have a look from a bit further away, but let me finish mining this out now. You know, something that would be a lot better too is breaking this random tree that's floating here, so we can have a little bit more room to actually build what we're building. It's like the last thing left blocking though, so there we go. Then we have a bit of a stump, and there was one little tree bush here that I just removed too. Okay, then I still have to decide the other side, but I'm just placing a bunch of extra dirt through here right now so we can mine the river down later. And then of course we need this all filled in to pick the other side, so that is also why I'm doing it. So far I'm making some good progress. I'm gonna break this whole layer too for now, I think. Actually, maybe I'll stop when I think I'll place the other side, which I also am going to make stone, I believe. Like a stone outline following. Yeah, I mean, I think that looks like a good gap to have. And then I can go over here, which will lead all the way this way. And then kind of follow this along once again, all the way to this other side here. It also kind of works as like a moat to keep all these monsters away. So like they can't actually get to us if it's all lit up in the inside, if that makes sense. So this would be very helpful too. I guess they could technically just swim over, but whatever. It'll take them longer to get to us. Then let's beef this up a bit so we can have some nice green grass on the outside. We'll have to leave a couple of torches for all of this can spread to, because grass doesn't spread in the darkness, is what I've learned from doing these cave-only videos. Alright, that should be good enough for it to spread. I also need some more dirt. Let me see if I have some. After I finish the outline for this... Oops, I placed a couple too many blocks there. And then how far does this need to come in before it's at like a normal length? I think that's kind of getting there. Oh, you know what? Those were probably fine, right? Yeah. Let me place some more random blocks through here. That's also a little bit too small now. I think this is going to take some edits, I should say, to get just right. So let me go ahead and continue doing that, and I'll get back to you guys when I have something I'm happy with. So I definitely think that's better, and it's closer to what I was kind of imagining. I want to replace the bottom of this, but I just ran out of dirt, so let me see if I have more of that too. I do have a lot of dirt in my chest, so I can continue filling in all that stuff down there, which I'm going to actually do for a little bit here again. But I also made some stairs because I figured it would be a good idea to block in this little dirt patch and maybe put like slabs around it so it sticks out more, possibly. I don't know if it'll look good, but I'm going to go ahead and try to see if it will make it look cooler. I actually don't even have enough right now, so I think if I do that, it might have to be bigger. Like right here in this area, I think extending it a couple blocks would probably help. So I pushed in some more slabs right here. I also want to replace just these couple pieces of stone. I'm just going to end up removing them anyway, but I just think it'll look better and give me a better idea. So I'm going to go through here and replace all of this as well. And then I'm going to continue this all the way down too, but for now I'm just going to stop it here. Again, just try and finish it first and then go through and add more details into this area. I think would be better. I want this stone to be replaced, especially this corner, because that will permanently be replaced with stone. The middle will probably be mined down a block, but I don't know for sure either, so I'll fill all of this in for now as well. I want to fill in as much of this down here too, because it's kind of just like a huge hole in the side of the mountain, so I want to try to make sure it looks a bit better than this. And I ran out of dirt before, but I could definitely finish a little bit more of it now, including this hole right here. I'm going to add some dirt on the outside of these two. I don't know exactly how much, but I already did a little bit, and I'm going to do a tiny bit more right here. I think this side honestly looks perfect. I really like how this one looks. Okay, I was thinking I could add like a melon farm right here, maybe, because I think it'd make it look a little bit cooler. I could have like leaves here, or like leaves back here maybe, with some moss carpets on top of them to block the water sources. And then the stems would be here. They would grow on these blocks. Then we would have more leaves, more blocks where the stems would be, and then one more place for the pumpkins to grow. And then that would be it for this farm right here, I think. Okay, there's actually skeletons down here as well. So I should probably kill them and light this place up so we don't have that happening anymore. So I just need to make both of these infinite water source blocks right here on the back and the front. And then I can go ahead and place the waterlogged leaves in both of these sides. And then I can place the moss carpets on top of the water blocks. And then also the sides for they don't grow over. I don't know if they can grow on stone, but just in case they can. And then we can tilt these blocks. You can actually see the leaves though. Oops. I can probably place blocks and make it look better, maybe. I don't know. I could also surround this in a block that might be a bit more interesting. Maybe something like wood on the ground, or like even just moss, honestly, too, would look pretty good. And then the moss carpets would make a little bit more sense, probably. So we could also surround the front with another line of moss. And finally, I can plant in all the melon seeds, and the stems will grow and then spread all across the farm. It definitely doesn't look super amazing or special. I could also fix it, but I think it fills in some of this space that I didn't really have a plan of anything to do with it yet. So there's even more skeletons as well, so I should probably also go ahead and start thinking of a way to light all this stuff up. I guess I could place like moss carpets and leaves with some lighting below them all around the base. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. But we would need probably glowstone from the nether. I'm not sure if that'd be possible. I should probably go on like a mine trip to get diamond armor if I'm going to go to the nether though, so I don't die as easily, because iron armor is not going to cut it, honestly. So I will go ahead and get to mining. Probably just enough for a full set of diamond armor, and then I could enchant some stuff too. Is there anything I should enchant before I leave? Because I'll get to level 30 again probably if I'm mining diamonds. I just had diamonds somewhere, yeah, 4 of them. So I could make a pair of boots, and if I find my lapis, I can go enchant that. I think I actually need more lapis, yeah, I may only have 13 left. So I can look for that when I go on my mining trip as well. And let's see, what can we get? Hopefully it's something good and not useless. Protection 3 and breaking 3 is definitely good, so let's put those on. And I also want to grab some more food before I leave, so I will definitely do that as well. Finding diamonds is surprisingly hard in this cave-only world, but I just found a mine shaft, so hopefully I'll be able to find at least a couple in here. But so far it has only been coal. There's also some iron, which doesn't hurt to take, so we'll grab all of this. And I found some lapis a second ago, which I was getting pretty low on, so that's not bad either. But the main thing I'm looking for here is diamonds. And I am at diamond level now, so I could find some any second. You know, I did find some pumpkin seeds in this chest, and there is a diamond right above me somewhere. Yes, okay, it's right here. So I can go ahead and mine that. And it's only one, okay. That's not very good. But hopefully I continue finding more. There's a lot of this mine shaft left to explore. There's some more lapis, so I'll definitely grab some of that. Oh, actually 2.5 stacks of lapis, so nice. So that will be enough if we are able to bring that back. So in this mine shaft, there's actually like a trail ruins thing right here, and I don't actually think I want to go in there because I mean I don't have any experience. I don't know if they're like very safe, so I'm just gonna skip out on it honestly. And if I know one thing about the loot tables in there, I don't think they have diamonds, so also I'm going in a circle now. Oh, that actually worked. Gotta find more places in this mine shaft. I don't think this is anything new though. This looks like a dead end, but I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Okay, I found this skeleton spawner. I'm gonna light it up. Maybe I could use this in the future. Oh my gosh, I just came out of a water cave and there's another vein of diamonds. I just found like 4 diamonds in a water cave. I'm at 14 total. And there's actually another vein in front of me too. What the heck? Okay, not bad. How much is this? At least 3. So we're at a total of 27 now. Okay, that helps a lot. I think I've been mining a little bit too much on camera though. So let me just get back to you guys when my mining trip is over in a second. Okay, I just made it back to my base. I put away some things. I got some more food ready. And I actually ended up making a bundle because of how much stuff I got down there. I actually found some amethyst. I was down there for quite a while, but I kind of just focused on diamonds mostly. I mean, we have some iron and stuff too, which is obviously good, but like, iron can be found way closer by. Just the other stuff, I've been having trouble even finding in the first place. So I think it's definitely good. I also have level 30 now, so we can enchant another piece of armor, if that's what I want to enchant. And we need to repair my pickaxes soon too. A sword would also be fine because we want to get a better sword because mine doesn't have like unbreaking. Some fire aspect would be nice. So let's just get all these crafted before we can start checking what enchants we're going to get. Let's make pants, a helmet, and a chest plate. Alright, and then we can go ahead and put those diamonds in here for now. Now that I think about it too, actually, I'm just now connecting the dots. Don't I have a set of diamond armor up here? I do! Is this a new set? It is a new set. Well, I forgot about that. I guess we didn't need as many diamonds, but I kind of want to keep that there anyway. We got diamond armor on that before ourselves in the last one. I remember that now because it was near the ending anyway. Anyways, let's check. Bane of Arthropods on the sword. Blast protection on the pants. I mean, protection 3 on the chest plate is probably the best. Yeah, we get Breaking 3 as well, so it's like good enough to start wearing it. Maybe we could just throw out that... Actually, let's keep the iron piece. We could put on an armor stand again if we want. We could probably put a little armor stand up here in the corner or something just to have some more stuff in this room. I think copper would look better against this wall rather than iron. And then do we have like anything... Oh, on Breaking 3 for the pants and helmet. And for the sword. Maybe I should go to the nether and find some quartz. I think that could be worth it. Just to do a little bit of maintenance with our gear. So once again then, I will go ahead and go get some levels. And we will start doing other stuff soon. This is also not the exit. Oops, we have to go all the way around. I kind of forgot about that. Or we can go down this new way with this staircase. Which might be closer. I don't actually know. Technically, it might be further because I don't think there's a way to get in. You have to go all the way around, which I don't know. It might have to be shorter still. Either way, I don't really care. And let's go find some quartz. I actually found a biome with some bone blocks here and a nether fortress over there, but I'm going to get some of these bone blocks for just have them for the rest of the video. I don't think we have any in our chest and they're going to be useful for some things. So let me just get like a stack. And we're also at level 28, so I'm getting closer to level 30. And then we can go back and enchant another piece of gear. And maybe I'll do all my gear. I don't know. I might end up taking a break. I don't have to enchant all of them right now. Well, I'm back with level 31 from the nether, so I'm going to go ahead and go enchant now. There's a bunch of monsters around here, so I think lighting my base is probably an even bigger priority now. I think I'm going to do that next before I even enchant again. Because, I mean, they're probably trampling my crops right now down there, too. And honestly, I don't know which one to decide to enchant. I guess armor probably would be the best. Like a helmet... Aqua Affinity, that's not bad. I mean, there's a lot of water here. And then we just need the pants and the sword. Unbreaking 3 on the sword and Unbreaking 3 on the pants. Honestly, I think it's worth it to do at least one more of those. So let me go get 2 more levels again. Okay, I'm going to enchant my pants here. I just got level 30 again. Just plain Unbreaking. That's okay, though. And then the sword is going to get Sweeping Edge 3, which I'm kind of looking for something else than that. I think I'll also go ahead and go make another pair of pants and then check the sword versus the pants enchant, because I could maybe get protection, because also Sweeping Edge 3 kind of sucks in the first place. And if not, we could do the trick where you kind of like enchant and re-enchant or whatever. So let me make that, put the diamonds up. Okay, my pants are going to get Unbreaking 3, so I mean, that actually kind of sucks. Maybe we just enchant the sword at level 1 until it says Unbreaking 3. I think that's the most important thing to get on my sword. I mean, the question is how many enchants will it take in the first place? Sharpness 3, we don't need that either. Okay, I got Looting 3 twice before Unbreaking 3. That's kind of unlucky. Looting 3 times? What is happening? Bane of Arthropods? That sucks. Okay, I got Unbreaking 3 here, so I'm going to go ahead and go get that now. Oh, you know, I should have been checking for the protection of the pants too, but whatever. Let's just focus on the sword and we can always do the pants later. At least we have the Unbreaking so far. So I'm back from the Nether yet again. I was in there for a while though, because I was at like, what, level 15 I think. So it took me a little bit, but we can go ahead and enchant the sword. I think we were going to do it on Unbreaking 3. And then honestly, I'm just going to wait on the pants because I'm kind of sick of going back and forth from the Nether since I've been doing it for quite a while now. Hopefully we get like a secondary like Fire Aspect 2, Sharpness 4. So I guess at the bare minimum we get like Sharpness 5 and Breaking 3. We can get the Fire Aspect still, just not right now. You know, I guess though we should probably just finish the pants, then we can spend all of our levels on combining and fixing our pickaxes, combining the sword. So let me just get it over with. Let's go see what the enchant for the pants are, and then I can do that and then just be done with the enchanting for probably forever or for a very long time. Yeah, Protection 3 is good enough for me, so I just need 3 more levels. Alright, I'm back. I can enchant my pants. I just harvested some carrots as well. And we actually get Protection 3 on Breaking 3, so we can just put these other pants in our chest then. And then let me find my anvil, because I could combine all this stuff with the levels like I was planning on doing. I need a couple of diamonds, though, so we can repair our pickaxes. Okay, I do not have an anvil in here. I just need to figure out if I even have one in the first place, or if I need to craft one, because I do not remember. Honestly, though, I think it would be in the enchant room, so I'm just going to assume that I need to go out and make one. So let's see if we have enough iron. I definitely have enough iron melted, so let's just use that, whatever. We need 3 iron blocks, of course. And then we can put that down. I'm going to start with... let's repair the pickaxe. So yeah, 3 diamonds gets it to full, so let's just do that. The sword is going to be repaired just automatically. And then I guess the last thing we need to combine is just the sword. So 13 levels either way, so let's just go ahead and do that. And I think we are done with the repairing and combining stuff. I thought I was going to have to do my pants, but like, we got the other enchant, so it's not really... there's not a point to do that. I think another thing I can do that I just thought of is going through here and adding some stone, so it's not just a full thing of andesite and then like extra cobblestone that I had left over. So I'm gonna go grab that before I can start placing that in and making it look better. I could also harvest these farms if I'm in need of more beetroots or whatever, or wheat, but I don't know if I am, so I'll probably just leave them until I know if I need it. Because honestly, I don't even know if there's space to build another farm, but here's my andesite, or stone, sorry, and then we should have andesite here somewhere. I don't think I used all of it. Or, you know, I guess I did use all of it. I might need to go get more of that soon. We can do that in a minute, though. I mean, I have a bunch of andesite placed down, so we can just mix in the stone, and we'll even get some andesite back for doing that. I'm going to start all the way from this side, and just go through and take out some of the blocks, and try to make it look good, but who knows if I will. There's also a random piece of cobblestone. I don't know if I should have cobblestone mixed in here. I think I will leave it, and then we could also mix in, like, mossy cobblestone, which would end up looking really cool. I just need to get, I think, yeah, you can combine that with, like, moss. Cobblestone moss make mossy cobblestone. And moss is pretty easy to get. Luckily, you can just bone meal it and stuff. As long as you find a single block, which we have. And then this cobblestone side, I'm going to replace a lot of it. I don't like how cobblestone looks too bad, but with this mossy cobblestone idea, I like it a little bit better. So we can actually mix in a couple pieces down here on these actual blocks as well to get ready for it, I think. And then there's another zombie on me as well too, which reminds me, now that this is done and we have some other blocks mixed in, I should probably make like some fences and lanterns where we can light up the outside of the base. So let me start by making some, well, I was going to do spruce fence, but maybe dark oak fence would look better. Which again reminds me, I was going to look for a dark oak forest biome, so maybe let me start doing that. I just got to refill my food and empty my inventory before I go exploring. But I was thinking of also replacing the whole base, possibly with stuff like that, if it would look better or stand out better. I'm also going to make a couple stairs and trapdoors where I can add some blocks around here. Then it will kind of make the angle look a bit better and make it less square or whatever. And to finish all that, I just need some more trapdoors, so I'm going to craft more of those up. We've got 10 total now. I think that should be enough for at least this one. Ooh, it's going to be close. We need a lot more of those. It was just enough, though. That was going to do this side, too. I think that's the last side left. 18 trapdoors. Let's see if that's enough. Let's make one more set of stairs. We don't need a lot. And I'm going to do both of these corners here, too. And then we're just going to place them one down again on this side, all the way through the top. And then this side is finished as well. So let's see, does that make a big difference? I'm also going to place in 2 slabs on the edge over here. Maybe like, well, I don't want this to be too thin though, so yet again, actually, maybe we shouldn't make this side thinner here. But on this side, we could definitely add in a couple of slabs. And let's replace this, since I think this will be a part of the wall where the river will come along. We can just add in some slabs and some more stone on this layer. And then we could start probably mining out a couple of these blocks. I don't know where the water is going to be. Probably starting from this layer I'm sitting on, which also means we would have to break these pieces of dirt. I need a new shovel as well. And then replace them with like stone or some andesite and stuff like that, for it just isn't completely plain. So I'm going to start doing some of that as well, just to get out the way. I think I'm making a lot of progress. Yeah, this side is completely stone still as well, so let's add in some more andesite right here. And then they can actually come all the way up into the base a bit too. And then the rest of this will be the stone walls. And then just a little bit more while we have a couple pieces, I can go up here and add some in on the back behind this. And then maybe back on this side as well would look pretty nice. I think that would be the rest of my andesite though, unfortunately, so we're going to have to gather some more soon. And to finish this area off for now, I can just break the rest of this clump of dirt because the water will be starting on this block up here, I believe. So we need to break this at some point, and I might as well do it now. So I think now my goal then, like I said, yeah, actually, I'm gonna get dark oak first. I was thinking of painting some lanterns up first, but I wanted the dark oak fence possibly to put the lanterns on, so I'm gonna clear my inventory like I said then and do that. Then I'm just gonna bring like an extra stack of carrots probably. And I don't remember seeing a dark oak forest, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go in some random direction, I think, and hope that I find one soon. I see a savanna over there, so I feel like I should probably go the opposite way of that. But then again, a jungle doesn't feel much better to find one, so I don't know which way I'll go. Probably just the easiest way to navigate the terrain on, which it seems like going up through this forest is pretty easy to start off, so I'll just go this way. I'm also finding a lot of coal, so I'm gonna start mining all of that, just so I have a bunch extra. Yeah, I mean, there's like so much in this cave right here too. There's like 4 veins, and they all look pretty big. Well, I guess this one was just 4, but the other one should be bigger. Yeah, so far I have 3 stacks of coal, and there's still like multiple veins left, so I'm excited to see how much I get from this. Hopefully we won't need to get any more. This might set me up for the rest of the video. I also have to leave some room though for when we find like the dark oak forest. So I don't know, we can't get too much coal. But then again, we could craft it into blocks and it would only take up like 2 slots max, so we can just do that. Also just finished mining all this coal, so I'm going to craft it all into blocks. And it actually fits perfectly into 36 blocks, so that worked out pretty well. Well, I've searched for a little bit here and I just finally found some dark forest trees in a dark forest biome, so I'm gonna mine all of this stuff then, and basically just get as much as my inventory can fit. I don't know how much that is exactly. I can also get saplings where I can regrow it if we end up needing more, but hopefully this will be enough in the first place. And while I wait for some of these leaves to decay so I can get some saplings to bring home, I'm gonna actually stack over to the other part of the dark forest over here. Because I'm on like an island right now with 2 trees, So I am back at my base. I have a lot of wood in my inventory, and I think it's just probably time we get building. So I'm actually going to go back up here and empty some of this wood out so I have space to build with. And then with some of my wood we can try and make, well actually let's use the birch wood I got for some sticks, and then we can make some planks and then make some dark oak fence. I also need a lot of lanterns, so how much iron do I have? I guess I could have gone some of that while I was out if I need more. I have some iron ore in here which I want to keep for decorating the walls if I need more. And it looks like I am actually pretty low on iron, to be honest. I can melt this 8, and then let's just use like half the iron we have for nuggets. And then we'll need some torches, which we should be able to do with all the coal we got. And then how many lanterns can we make in the first place? 25 it looks like. And where did my torches go? I guess I'd never even crafted torches or something. So 25 is probably enough for right now, but I'm gonna have to get some more iron to place more around the base at some point. I also need light for these melons to even grow. Like, the melons have not grown at all yet. I just realized that. So hopefully that's enough. And if it isn't, I guess we could hide some glowstone someplace too. It would probably be a pretty good idea. But I placed 4 lanterns around here. And then for this, I was just placing some lanterns with the fence like along this path. I think it looks fine. And I should probably also have some up here on this layer. But again, I don't know how it looks. Let me just place them and then go ahead and go see. I should also probably be consistent with the spacing. I think I'm placing them pretty randomly right now. I mean, where does one make sense around here? I mean, I guess like right here is probably fine, because you can get up here still and here. I'm gonna place 2 lanterns around this thing as well. Just have some light near these barrels. I can place a couple, like, I mean, right in front of this bush would be probably pretty good. I could place like just some of these andesite things back here as well. Maybe one, I don't know, we need one around here somewhere, so I guess just to the front of this side. I don't think mobs can spawn back here, so we should be good there as well. And then over here, we definitely need some help. I guess we could just place one in this corner, and then the farm can hopefully reach the rest. Maybe we could place them at the base of this thing on the staircase. I don't know. If it doesn't look good, I can always end up removing them too. Where are these zombies even coming from? I should try to block off and light up where they are finding me and spawning. I guess when the water's in, they won't be able to pathfind up here as easily either, but there's actually 3 coming towards me right now. They can see from very far away. And it looks like my melons can finally grow, because there's 2 of them that have grown at least a little bit since I put that lighting down. So hopefully that is enough. Let me get these 3 zombies too, though. And then with some of those lights being placed in, I want to swap some dark oak too on my main build and build that new area, but I think first, maybe we could tackle this river to get that out the way too. And then I could kind of terraform it more and decide and finalize the last couple of steps I want to work on. I need more cobblestone to finish this connection, and then we need water actually to fill in this whole thing in the first place. So let me go get both of those things. So there's some stone in this chest, and like as for the water, I don't actually know, like, where's my closest water source? Because these blocks are just in the middle. The pumpkin farm, well, then again, if I break the leaves, the water goes away too. So the closest water source is probably up near here. So let me swim all the way up my waterfall. Then we can steal 2 of these water sources and bring them down to the bottom. So I have the water in my stone. So I'm going to start by placing in some stone instead, just to this back wall right here for now. And then I could kind of loop it around to this other side. Something like this. We can always decide and make that different. And then we can break these blocks. And then I will start the infinite water source probably back here. And we can fill in this entire pool. And then I can go up into the front and expand it from there. I don't know where I need to place it next, but this stuff isn't getting filled in for some reason. Okay, I think it is now. Let's just start water source over here. And I will fill in this whole thing. And then I think yeah, I think I can fill this whole thing before, and then we can just see if that looks fine. And then we'd have to break in the bottom, but all of that happens after we filled in, so this is the first step. And then, since all of that is put in there, I'm going to place a wall of like netherrack blocking it, and I'm going to fill out this whole other side, and then spread all the water. And then from there, I can mine and add some depth to the bottom of this and bone meal it and stuff like that. But first, I want to finish the general shape, which I think we'll keep going all the way this way. We can use some stone here next to this andesite. All the way to somewhere probably like right here in this corner. We could kind of taper it off and connect these 2 things up. I think that actually looks perfect like that, yeah. And then we can fill this hole in with some more dirt, break this piece, and then we can let the water through in just a second here. I think to finish this though, I'm going to need some more andesite because there's a bunch of dirt here, and I don't want to just make it all stone because especially it'll be like underwater after I place the water in. So I think doing it now would be better than anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and go get some more stone. I know where I can mine some and find some. It's just about going there and grabbing some. So let me do that real quick. And now that I do have some andesite now, I can go ahead and place it through these walls and mix it in. I also need to use some stone, so let me actually go get some of that from my chest as well. I've also got to go through here and replace this stone with dirt because the bottom of this is going to be dirt and not the stone. So let me replace all of these blocks. You know, I also have to replace some of these blocks underneath after I add depth to this thing. I could do it now for it's easier so I don't have to mine through water, but honestly, I think I'll just save it for after. Who knows if I'll even mine it down, so it might not be worth the time. But then all the way through here, we've got to add in the andesite now. I'm just going to try and make some patterns that could make a bit of sense. So starting with something like that looks good for here. Then we should probably have a bit of a pathway of some stone coming through here. And I've got this other side as well. Let's add some andesite to the top of this too while I go through here. Something like that. And all of that should be good for this pond right here. So let me just go ahead and add in the water now. I'll just break these netherrack blocks and then continue the infinite water source with my buckets. I'm also going to add like some slabs and decorations on the outside here to try to make it look a little bit better. We can go through and add in different blocks as well, but for now, just some stone slabs should do, I think. I'm going to try to replace this right side with dark oak to see if it looks better, and then if it doesn't, I can swap it back, but I'm going to start with this. I don't know if I'll do the staircase yet, but I will find out while I'm building. Alright, I basically finished the whole thing, and I do think it looks better like this. I actually, though, forgot... Oh, not forgot, but my game crashed while I was doing this side, so I have to do this side still. So I will finish that up right now. I was also going to add in some spruce throughout here after, because I thought it maybe made it look better too. I haven't fully decided yet. Oops, I fell. So let's add some in here, and then these will be changed into dark oak, which I actually don't have any more on me. Let me go grab some. And just like that, it is all finished on this side. Or, I mean, all of the sides. The whole thing is swapped out to dark oak wood. I just gotta add in some more details if I want to, which I think I will. So I'm gonna go through and do that now. Maybe some spruce there. I could do some here and there, you know, I don't have to do all the way around now either. I think I should actually empty my inventory first as well, because it's getting very full. Honestly, I think I will just add it in as I go. I think for now I'm gonna build something else or some other structure. Maybe do some gear-related things, I don't know, honestly. But I could also harvest or remove my shuriken over there. And then can the creeper even get over here? The creeper does go into the water. So I guess if that is the case, I could go around and add slabs so that mobs can't get up here. And then that would be another step in making this basically mob proof, which would be a nice goal. I would also have to place them all along this edge then. I don't know if that would look bad or good. Maybe it would look good though, I'm not sure. And then we could do some sort of wall over here on this side possibly too. If we want to kind of just block this off. We could add in some dark oak, some spruce. We could kind of just go along the edge here, I think, till we hit a point where we can just kind of, I guess, do something like this. Yeah, so we'd add one more here and then one more right here. And then the thing that would stop is just, I guess, like 2 slabs or a block, and then nothing should be able to get over. Oh yeah, if everything's a slab starting from right here, then nothing can get over in the first place. Yeah, okay. That would mob proof it, I think. Mobs jumping from above would be another issue, but that's something we can figure out after we fix the bottom portion of this, I think, too. Well, I found some andesite, so we can make andesite slabs. I should also have stone. Yes, I do. I don't know if I have stone slabs, do I? I could have looked first. Okay, I don't have any stone slabs. That's good. I think 30 and 40 should be enough, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, this side will be a little bit weird. I don't know how to block this off either. Maybe just building another wall a little further out from here would work. We just won't worry about it for now, though. Let's just assume they cannot get past this water portion, so I'm going to block this all with slabs. And then this obviously is too tall, but starting right here, we would need to add in some more stuff. Then we're good there. We need 1 block here. And then all the way across this ledge, we would need to add a block. Also, we can't have this lantern here then, but I think we just move it 1 block back and it would work perfectly fine still. So then this whole side's blocked off to the wall I made. So theoretically, we should be good from this creeper getting in. He could still explode though, so we probably want to finish him off if we see him. And then we just have to worry about this side and above. Honestly though, I could just probably check this entire area off the list if we just mine all of these blocks. And then we take like 1 block off of here as well. And then we can basically just make this into like a mini cliff almost. And then we can have a wall that... Or a wall will just be easier to make in the first place if we do this, so... Let me mine all this back a bit. And then let me decide where we can mine it to as well. That would be helpful. I guess if we mine it past to here, that would be good. I don't know, because mobs can spawn all along these edges. So then where would we place torches? All on this grass path? Because I don't think that would even look that good. I guess we could have a bit of a wall right here. Even if it's out of grass itself. Like, why don't we have a 2 tall wall all across this? And then nothing should be able to get through. I think they can jump through that. I don't know if this will look bad as well, so if it does, I can change it. I'm going to try to see if that would solve the problem here. I think mob-proofing the base is a good thing to do. Okay, so we should be good here. We can also place torches behind here to help with the spawns being super close by. And we could probably not make these as tall just by doing something as simple as, like, once we do place a block, then we mine a little bit of a trench behind it. Which will kind of make all these blocks too tall then without having to place 2 blocks of dirt on top of them. So I just went through and did that. I think I did a good job. I'll place in the extra torches. And then the wall will probably end right here. But let's try to continue it so obviously like they can't jump up from above. We could bring it all the way, I don't know, maybe just down this mountain. Somewhere like this. And then for they can't get past in this area. Or you know what? Let's make it flat first, then I'll kind of do that part. I could also add a retaining like stone wall here or something like that if it just looks weird being like a big wall of dirt. I'll have to see. By placing these torches in the back, it also allows the grass to spread, which I do want to happen. So let me make sure they're placed all over the place here, especially before I mine them down too far so the grass can even reach. I don't actually have stone on me, but I kind of made a thing here to show that if we place the wall right here, then no mobs can get up from the outside. So that's what I'm going to do. I just need to get more stone first. And then this area, I think it would actually be nice to have some grass in here. So I'm going to leave some spots where we can let all the green grow back. We can just have a low portion of green, hopefully. It might take a while to spread this. So let me make sure it's lit up so I can start. Then let me go grab some extra cobblestone, stone, and andesite. So I'm going to place in some stone here. I'll place in the wall blocks of andesite this way. And then we'll place like 3 more stone. And I could honestly like even place like 2 stone right here. And then if I get some more slabs, I can place them on top of these just like that and that. And then I'll add some more depth too. And then yeah, this wall will basically make it so nothing can jump over. We just also can't have anything getting on top of this dirt wall, so it will kind of have to just like fall off right here pretty far, which doesn't look too weird or anything. I think that looks good. And then as for the grass spreading, let me leave this block open actually before I can do that. And then this wall needs a little bit of work, so we can go ahead and mine the 4 dirt right here from behind this, place in some andesite, and then I can just kind of continue and let it down like right here. I think we need a lot more stone though. This is way too much andesite right here. Then I can add some in through here. I think this is fine. Yes, it is. And then we can connect this up and end off the big wall. Maybe placing a couple slabs to make it look better. I think we do need some andesite again though. Probably in these blocks right here. And overall, I think that's perfect. I like it. 1 more andesite slab though, actually. Let me make more. Okay, now it's perfect. I'm done with this for now. We'll just have to wait for the other stuff to spread in. And that should be another part at the base, which is mob proofed. I need to find a way to light this area up right here too though, because stuff can spawn on this right now. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I could place in like glowstone kind of hidden in like little holes right here. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I don't know if I have glowstone though. I know I have some extra calcite, so I'm gonna do that next. Let me get all the blocks. If we don't have glowstone, I can go get some. I do not have any glowstone, so I'm off to the nether to go ahead and get some. Let me get some carrots my way out too, because I'm actually down to 31 already. And now that I have a little bit over a stack of glowstone, I'm going to go through here and add in some hidden lighting, hopefully. So the first one will be... Why is there already a zombie down here again? I'm just going to jump down. We're just hiding down here for some reason. I should also probably just light some of it up so that doesn't happen again. So let me go through here with some torches. I mean, maybe it's good if they do have a place to spawn, but I also think this is where I've been hearing them under me, because this is kind of in the right spot, especially if this cave goes down to the right. And there's another zombie. I don't even know where the guy came from. Oh, there's a skeleton as well. And none of this is lit up either. Yeah, this is right over my base. I've been down here before. I think I got some andesite here in the previous video. So this whole room is lit up now. Okay, I hit one right there. I hit another 2 right here. I think this area right here probably needs one. So if we stick one right there and then put all the calcite around it, I think that's also a good hiding spot. We also need one up somewhere. I just crashed my game. Okay, I'm back from my crash and I can fix this again. I think my world rolled back a couple seconds, but we need one more light up here at least because it's a little bit too dark. Then where else? Just for like light levels, I think probably right here would be fine. And then I need to fill in the rest of these blocks, of course, again. And let me do a couple more of these and then we can get on to something else. I'll have to keep an eye out, but yeah, there shouldn't be any more mobs spawning. The grass is spreading down there. I think this entire side is basically done, except for like the couple blocks here that need to be removed still, which I can do now because the grass has spread. So let me place this one back right here. We'll need to mine a little bit of a trench in this area, and that should be about it. I think those are the last blocks I had to remove. So is there anywhere left I would need to mob proof? We have the above side. I'm not going to tackle that this second because we actually haven't even gotten attacked from that way. I just think it would be possible. I also don't know if it's even possible to fix that. I mean, we could like literally light up everything up there though. That would be one way. I also need to place my torches back behind these because I broke them earlier when I replaced all this wood. And they were helping mobs not spawn, so definitely want to bring those back. This does all look light enough though to stop monsters. The next step would just be making sure we don't have any loose torches laying around. I think I just got the last one. I don't have any. And I guess the step after that is making sure monsters don't spawn, which I'll just have to wait and look out for. I want to build something up here soon too, so it might be time to start deciding what that's going to be and how big it's going to be in the first place. I think I could just start out by placing some wood right here, making an outline, and just going from there. I mean, it can't be too tall too, so that'll kind of help me not make it too big. Because if I do make it too big, it's going to go into the ceiling. I also wanted to have a curve though, so it's not a square like everything else so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. I mean, I would do 7 blocks, but we're kind of behind the waterfall here too, so I just don't know how much space we have. I guess I could try 7 at first, and I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then it should end there with the 7 blocks. I need to go and place 2 more logs on top. So let me just make sure this is right. Okay, it is. I mean, it could be a little more circular at the top, especially if we're gonna go with this size, which would basically just look something like mining out these blocks. And I guess just doing it again. Yeah, that might be better. I like it so far. So if I'm going with this, the next thing I want to fix are these posts right here, make him go all the way down like that. And then the inside of this wall, I don't know what I want to make it yet. I'll have to decide that at some point, but I know it's going to go back at least a couple of blocks. So I can go ahead and mine out enough space to be able to expand this. This will also help me block off the top side from at least this area, which I guess really isn't anything at all. We could do that just with torches. But at least we're blocking up something rather than nothing with this new build. And then this side needs to be mined all the way back towards here for now as well. And then there's just some stone and grass left. There's also some more coal, but I can't even pick it up because my inventory is so full. So I should probably go empty out my inventory again, so I'm able to pick things up. You never know when I might need some of these things, and I might as well be storing them now rather than having to gather them up later too. And then for this wall, it's going to be out in the open, so like we might as well have an outside thing to kind of close it off, if that makes sense. So let's just bring another thing all the way back towards here for now. And then I think red could be cool. I've been using it in some videos, but I don't have red, so I think another good block for the walls could be just some calcite, which I also don't really have a lot of, but we can get it a lot easier than something else like a red block, which I guess would just basically be mangrove wood. For the walls as well, should I build them right on this block? I probably should. I mean, it'll match better that way and fit in the build in the first place. And then the floor, I don't want it to be all white, so we'll have to think of another block for that. I'm not sure yet. Or it could be like a different white block like diorite, I guess. I do think it'd look better if we have a darker block though. Maybe like some stripped dark oak or something. I'm not sure yet. Let me also change these underneath blocks here into some dark oak to match this a little bit better. And then we can make these. Yeah, this being stripped makes sense. And then when you go in, we could have planks, I guess, actually, too. That wouldn't look terrible. I do need another shovel as well, so let me make one of those. Well, I was trying the planks, and I think it looks good, especially next to this block, so I'll keep it like that. And I mean, I could swap it out if I change my mind, but I think we should have it go back 4 blocks right here. And then, no wait, maybe back here. Then we could indent in a block, maybe. And then this room would be really big, and we can put in, you know, I actually don't know what we'll put in here yet, but I'll think of something for sure. For now, it's just adding another thing to the base, which will make it look better. I actually have a bunch of extra calcite in this chest, so I'm gonna grab 2 stacks of that to keep building this. I think I can finish it. And then for the corners, I was thinking we could just have another log right here coming up from the side. Let me actually place it in all the way though, for we can see first. Okay, then I could have it maybe, I don't know, honestly. I could have it come straight over. I wonder if that would make it look better. And then that could link up to the other one right here. But then the roof does go above right there. Like, let me show. Yeah, so it kind of has like a shelf, but we could honestly put something there as decoration, so it's probably a good thing. I'll leave it like that. I just got to place in the rest of this calcite. Also didn't really end up needing this wall outside, so I'm just going to remove the overhang for now and keep this single block right there. And then we just have 4 more blocks. And then I will need to think of a design for this place or something to put in here. I don't know what that'll be. I could lower this down by 1 block as well. These pillars, and then we'd have more room on this shelf to add stuff. Yeah, that's probably better, honestly. Or just no shelf at all. Or we could just have it go in the into this top block here, and then we could build like a custom shelf if we want one. I'll just leave it like that for now, honestly. I think it's probably a fine addition to the base, but the top does look a little bit off from some certain ways and angles, so let's go ahead and go through here and add in a layer of grass so we can have some green blocks over on top. And it'll kind of be like it's within the mountain, which I think would look better anyway. I also have to place torches for at least now so the grass can spread onto all of these blocks. And then we can add in this 2 here, connecting all this up. Then we will just bring it all the way across this way as well. Then we can add another way for this grass to come from and spread if we add a little bit of a couple of lines throughout this way, like that. And then it should spread a bit faster. And then like 2 more torches should be good. And we can leave a little part right here with the missing. I think that would be fine, because we don't want the whole top to be covered in grass probably. I'll go through after and add in some more blocks as well, but for now I had an idea of maybe placing some fence on these sides, holding it up a bit. Yeah, okay, I think that looks good. I want to make it smaller. Let me grab some more fence and some trapdoors. Okay, yeah, that's what I was imagining. I do think that looks better. What if we also had like a row of trapdoors right here, like closing that in almost too? I mean, that might be cool too. Let me try that on the other side. I will need more trapdoors, but we can place all the ones that we do have and kind of have another peek. Okay, yeah, let me do this. I think that'll look cool. And then I want to block off the roof a bit as well. So the way I think would be best to do that would be making some stairs and stacking up a little bit. I think this might be actually 5 blocks, so I'm going to need another set of stairs. This will also add in some more spruce, but we can just place a line of stairs on this layer. And then, okay, yeah, I think that looks good. We could also place stairs like this, kind of make it more into like a doorway. I think that looks fine. Let me finish the other side first. Okay, I do think that's a good improvement to this building for now, but I could definitely add in some more stuff later on as well. And then for expanding this area right here, I kind of want to start. So I'm going to try 6 blocks at first. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we would need the block that goes over like that, and then 1 above it. So it would look something like this. Let me try that on both sides. Okay, then I also want to place some blocks on these sides before I build up more. Just got more blocks. So I'll make it look better sticking out. And then we just have to finish the line all the way across. So I might as well start on this side and build up. And place in some ladders for we can continue to access this area without having to like build up with dirt every single time. And finally, we can also bring these back all the way to the wall. Just these little pillars of 2 blocks, which won't be too much work either. I'll go around the ladder too. So here it is from a little bit of an angle further away so far. I do think it looks super nice. I'm going to start building again though. I have a plan for the right side because it's a lot shorter and it's not like as long. We really don't have too much space over there because I want to be like the areas you can like go out to the side with the fences like I said earlier. But to do that, we also need some moss blocks. So I'm going to go try to find some of those or bone meal them. I'm not sure which one is going to be easier. But luckily, I do have a lot of bones, so it shouldn't be too difficult. With this moss, I want to start on this layer up here. I'll basically just place it in as the floor to start off, I think would be good. And then do I want like any kind of fence block? I haven't really decided or thought about that yet either. I know I want to have some plants hanging off here. So like a couple of bushes over here would look cool. Maybe a patch of them right here. You could place some like carpets on top of them as well to add in some different blocks, I guess, too. I think that all looks cool. And I do, I'm starting to think it would look better with the fence too. So I don't know, like what fence would look good up here? I think wood would kind of blend in. So maybe we could try like stone brick maybe. That might make it look better. Or stone brick, and then we could have the 3 fence gates in the middle. So you get that special texture. Let me place it down. So this is what it would look like from the inside. We can also place some lanterns down here. Yeah, the only problem with the wall is from the outside, it kind of makes it so you can't see that we even put anything up here. So I don't know what I should do about that. I did think I could maybe add in some berries for there's at least something more interesting to look at. Maybe some rose bushes eventually, but I don't actually have rose bushes. I don't know how. So I guess the berries will have to do for now. It could be like a little farm area up here. We could actually make the farm kind of spreading into this geode. I guess that could be kind of cool. And then, we'd have somewhere to actually plant our berries in the first place. So let me try that and see if it looks good. I guess I just put one on every single block. We can have some more curve up through here and kind of go towards the middle, I think, too. And then kind of make the berries a little bit more sporadic right there, I think would look better than have them on every single block. Again, I mean, this area looks pretty good to me so far. I'll also just place the moss block and then one of these on top of it so we can have some of these blocks sticking over. And I mean, that might be fine for this side. It's not supposed to be anything super special. We don't have much room in the first place. I think I'll make this out of basalt once again as well, because I just kind of like how it looked down there. I'm gonna have to get more smooth basalt and normal basalt for my chest though. I think I'm actually out of the other basalt at the moment, so we're gonna have to just use a couple of smooth blocks and revisit it in a bit here. And also for the actual floor of this level we're on, I don't know what block I'm gonna use. Actually, Spruce wood would work really fine. I mean, there's spruce wood below me and that looks really good, so... Let me place this all the way back to this wall. Did I just use a full stack already? There's no way. Yeah, I must have had less than a stack. Does it still look normal above the armor stands, I wonder? Because I feel like that port looked so good from far away too. Okay, it does look good still, yeah. We got in some stairs kind of helping the transition too if I wanted. But other than that, it looks fine. I'm also just going to place the blocks around the leaves for now. Like, these ones we can block because, like, you wouldn't be able to see them anyway. But the leaves below it, I'm not going to break them or anything like that. And then we need one more stack to finish this off. And the floor should be completed over here. We can also start placing in the outline for the window. And then these sides, we will have a different block. I think having it like curved like this would look cool too. Only the bottom layer was before, but we could also try doing both maybe. I don't know if we have enough space to do both, but I mean, it kind of looks like we would. If I also want to go check my chest, we could place in the spruce stairs and trapdoors all the way around this, which I will probably go ahead and go do to get out of the way. Okay, I do have plenty of stairs. I think the only thing I really need, honestly, is trapdoors, because they just cost so much wood that it's kind of rare to have a bunch of extra laying around, unless you make a bunch at some point. I'll still have to go to the nether for the, like, basalt, whatever it's even called. I actually low-key forget. But we can at least finish these trapdoors because I just crafted some up. That is basically all that I can do in this area for now. I could also place some glass, I guess, if we have it. Let me go check. Alright, I do have glass. That should be, I mean, this should be more than enough. I have like over a stack of glass panes if I wanted to. I'll place it all in and kind of check if this is looking how I expect it to from further away, which I assume it will be. And I zoom to my FOV, I have a view from pretty far away here, and this is what it all looks like from this angle, which looks super, super awesome. I think building another layer on top of the middle did, well, not did, but it was a really good idea, because it's just, I think it was a great spot to build, and then we kind of like the blocks stacked on top of each other over on this side, which I really like. It slowly goes up. You know, I feel like there's, what else can I add though? I'm going to have to really think about that when the time comes, but for now, I think the most important thing to do is the interior of the rooms we haven't finished, which is just 2. And then also we need to go to the nether so we can finish the like basalt blocks on this side and this side. So just to match these ones down here, I'm gonna go get those right now. Okay, yeah, I just tested it. Right outside my portal, these are the blocks I need. I think genuinely like 8 is already enough, but I'm gonna get a little bit extra if we need it in the future. And just for I have some laying around. Oops, gotta block that lava off. Okay, that should be enough. I feel like I almost got a stack, or maybe like 40 something. I don't know. Okay, I can place these in, actually more than 8 though. Yeah, these are 6 blocks tall, so 12 might be the perfect amount instead. You can place one on this side, and one on this side for now, and I think that should be good. Yeah, it's definitely looking pretty nice. Let me make a bit of a fence area over here. Then we won't be just able to go on this ledge, that's why the fence gate's there in the first place. Then for the lanterns, we could probably do these blocks, 1 block away. And then this would have to go all the way back too, but I don't actually have wood on me right now, so like whatever. And then this can be replaced with moss blocks. So I could mine this out at least right now if I wanted to. I just think the green floor looks kind of cool up here. It makes it look more earthy, and we could have some plants laying around like the other side. So let me grab it. I need then moss blocks and dark oak wood. That's what it was, yeah. And then I will bring the wood into the wall as much as I can. I mean, there's like iron here, so I'll just stop it at that block. There's a bit more of the floor we need to mine out for this to be completely finished. Let's leave this nah, we can fill this block in back here. Yeah, actually, that's fine. And that's 1 stack of moss. I can use the second stack. It's only going to be like about 9 more blocks though, I think. And then this floor is also done. We just got to add something up here that's interesting. I also need to add the interior of this room and this backdrop. I don't know what I'm going to do for that yet, but I can definitely start working on it as soon as possible. Like, I can kind of start blocking this off with some basalt, you know, setting it up so it kind of turns into the wall a bit too. And then it can maybe be something else. Or I could kind of collide with a different block too, maybe. I don't know. But that's a good start, at least, yeah, just like that. And then these ladders would have to be moved, I guess, too, because we're going to have a wall right here. So we might as well just do that now. Then we can get a different way up if we need it. Or even just literally on this block right here. Yeah, that would work perfectly. Because it will line up to go to the top. And then we can have like a little trapdoor if we want as well. So I don't think there's going to be anything else up here, honestly. And then for this top floor, we would want to bring in the stone all the way back here. And then just slowly make it go up, I think, into this wall. And then we could probably tilt it back in as well. So just something like this. think so far it's looking pretty good. We could leave these ores, honestly, and just build around them. Maybe block them off or bring them out of block. I'm not sure yet. Then already, I mean, that's fine. This is a good backdrop. I would argue, though, that we should probably go ahead and replace this dirt because I think it looks a little bit better as stone for the roof of our house. So let's replace all the blocks we can reach, which should be all of these. Okay, yeah, there we go. All the dirt is gone. And then as for the other things in this room, I'm not sure. I can continue thinking about it. I don't want to make too many changes, but we also need some flat space to do something on so we can actually have a build here too, right? So I don't know how we'll end up doing that. Let's place some torches on this back wall. Same for this back wall right here. We can put a line of torches. We can put some on top of this to light this whole thing up as well. All right. Maybe some on the side too. Then I will lay off the torches for now. I think that's good. And I think we have such a long amount of time left that we might as well start some like huge project. And I think the perfect project to start would be a ginormous farm on the other side of this pond thing. And we can basically build all the way across here and just make a huge flat area where we will put the huge farm, of course. So I'm going to start by building just a really, really big platform of dirt all the way across this gap. I'm going to need to go get more dirt as well. I can also finish a couple of things up there, but it's basically done up here, so I just got to start something else, I think. And there's like a little bit of interior we have left. Like there's 1 or 2 ideas I have, but other than that, yeah, I mean, the renovations are already basically done. So just an open trapdoor there. Did I do that? Do not remember leaving that open, but I can go ahead and fix it. You know, I got 3 stacks of dirt, but honestly, that's not going to be anywhere near enough for this thing. So let me at least grab a little bit more, even if it means putting away some of my other blocks, because we can just come get them again after. And then let's see how much of a dent we can make with 3, 6, 7, 8 stacks of dirt. Hopefully a big one. I think that's like 3 or 4 stacks of dirt. I don't know. I have basically 5 left, so I forget how much I had when I started. I can't lie. But, you know, I've used up a pretty good amount so far already. And let's place the rest of this and see how much more of a dent can we get. I'm also going to break this bush here and this bush as well, because I don't want leaves in the way while I'm building all this stuff. I will, I think, continue the grass over here and kind of make all this flat is kind of my idea right now. So we need that out of the way. I guess we're actually on this lower level, so. And then as for like the water, I don't know. We don't have to block it yet, but I should probably at least. You know what? I think blocking is better. I was saying we could like play blocks around it. Oh, we can play blocks around it up here though. Then we could always let it go again. And this skeleton hit 2 shots on me, which definitely delayed the killing. But there we go. Let's block all of these blocks. Then the water should go down there and just disappear. I made at least an outline of where to place the dirt, so I'm going to go in the places below this too and place some torches so we don't have a bunch of stuff spawning in when we block all this up. Same for like down here. I want to go through here. This water's all about to be gone, so we can place them a lot easier without having to worry about them getting deleted too. Also, placing them in the walls is a lot better since those cannot get broken by water. I mean, unless it falls like perfectly on them, but that's just not going to happen to, I mean, maybe one of them, but not all of them. I think that is more than enough torches for now as well. I'm also, no, I'm not out-allied. I have 30 left. Oh my gosh, there's so many mobs up here all of a sudden. It's because I'm blocking the other places for them to spawn in. I have no idea, but we got to make another wall on this outside too to stop these mobs. But for now, let me just build and fill this in. Well, I actually can't even do that though. So we have to stop these guys from blowing up. I need to get a bow too. If we get level 30 again, I can enchant one of those, which I am getting close to being at. I was already planning on doing that earlier, but especially after seeing all these mobs, I think it would be an especially good idea. Maybe I should have like a dark room somewhere where the mobs can spawn, so I can kind of like bait them into spawning there instead. Also, I think I'm done filling in the very bottom block. I'll just place some torches. I've wasted a lot of dirt already doing that. And I mean, I have a good amount of dirt, but I think I'd rather get this done with less dirt and faster than filling it in perfectly. But I'll still fill it in perfectly where I can, and then we could always go back through and do it later on. It's basically all perfectly filled in, okay? And this part right here, we just terraform it a bit and link it up with this other side. I think that would be good enough. We got 1 stack of dirt left, and I'm done for now with this, but I think we also have to extend it out this way a little bit more, if I had to guess. Well, I mean, not guess, it's just what I think will look best. And I'm assuming right now it would look better if it's bigger. Let me just add a little bit to this way, and I think that's already better, honestly. Then we can kind of just taper it off all the way over here. Okay, I like that so far. Could also be nice to have like some path blocks and stuff coming through both of these sides on either way. We can have like another wooden wall on this side blocking it all off so the mobs can't get in, obviously. We can have a bunch of lighting, but then they'll give us another spot to have way more wheat, crops. We can have like a bridge, maybe crossing, but then how would we protect the bridge? I don't know. Maybe we won't have a bridge then. Or maybe like an underground bridge. Either way, I do need to get more dirt because I'm actually out of it now from filling all that stuff in. So I'm going to clear out some spots so I have enough room to get a lot of it. And I picked up all my stuff. Oops. I think I'll just grab like 8 more stacks. I think that's 8. And then let's continue filling this in and I will see how far I can get. Alright, so I just went ahead and expanded this. So there's a bunch of dirt coming down the side. There's already a bunch of mobs spawning on here too, but I think this is probably good for now. I'm going to go through and light all this up so we, first of all, the grass can spread, and second of all, like, we don't want monsters spawning here, so that will help with that as well. And then let me go through here on this corner, and then we'll just have to do one kind of through the middle. And then that should be enough for all this grass to spread very slowly, because a lot of this should end up being grass, and then some of it can be path blocks on the side. Some of it will be farms in the middle, I assume. I think that's what my plan was going to be for this build. Oh my gosh, there's just so many zombies coming to me. Yeah, I'm almost questioning if I have like some zombie mod installed or something. Like, how are they even finding me? Okay, I think they're finally all gone. Like, there's also one skeleton right here, so I can deal with him now. Then after that, we can go ahead, throw out that 7 dirt for some extra space. And then let me check, is this enough? Does it look a little small? I think it'll be good, but let me just, while we have all the dirt and everything, let me see if I want to expand it more. And honestly, I think if we just extend this all the way to the other side to kind of block this ginormous hole right here, it might not be the best idea for a couple reasons, like the monsters being able to get to us very easily, but it will kind of help the base be flat and then we can expand off of it and build stuff a little bit easier, I think, too. So for those reasons, we're going to go ahead and extend this dirt platform all the way to the end right here. And we're going to make a good down layer right here too, because why not? Maybe that'll help with the monsters getting up here. I don't know, hopefully it makes it a little bit harder. And there's a creeper, and it almost exploded, but looks like I got it just in time. And then let's go in another block. I don't think we actually have to go in another block a couple blocks ago. Yeah, that looks better. And then this one could probably go like 4. Let's go this way again. Let me continue building this. Okay, I want to go through 2 and break these trees, because they're gonna be a little bit in the way when I start expanding this thing, or I should say continue expanding this. And having them out the way would of course make it a little bit easier to see everything. So there we go. I also felt this old creeper hole right here that's still just blown up. And then we can connect this back up, making it look a lot better. I also need to go get some more dirt in a second. Also, there are a lot of explosions. I mean, I don't remember finding mobs over here, so I don't know how there's a bunch of stuff. Or maybe it was just now and I already forgot. I feel like a creeper exploded recently, but I don't think it was here. And yeah, these zombies can't actually get up here right now, which is good. And my last stack of dirt. I just also placed more torches around all of this, and this is what it's looking like. I mean, this whole thing is filled in. We can build some stuff here now. And we definitely need to get that wall built as soon as possible to hold these mobs out again. Or something. I mean, I don't know how we're going to deal with them, but we need to do something about them, that is for sure. Then for all these areas, like maybe hiding some glowstone and a moss carpet. And like these parts where there's just grass. I think that would be a really good way to hide some lighting. So maybe I'll do that. I'll just place glowstone in here for now and then come back through with the carpets later on. I mean, I want to make sure this also terraforms right, I guess, first. So is this split we're kind of keeping? I think so. I mean, it looks fine around this area, and then it kind of drops off here, but that's because I think we're going to go down a little path right here. I mean, that would make sense to me, which I guess means also this glowstone wouldn't be able to be there, but we can move it later. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. Then if we do have a path, it would probably end up going over this, so repairing some of these random holes, or at least this single random hole, I think would be necessary. Or, you know, I also need some more stone and stuff for this side now, because we mined some of this out. Just the parts where it's like 2 blocks down. The rest, this dirt can stay, of course. We don't need to change the walls or the ground to stone. I do also want to start cleaning some stuff up so we can make some progress on what we're going to build here in a minute. And as well as just like the whole front of the base, we can kind of, like I said, you know, just finish it up. So the first thing I want to do is break all this old sugarcane. And I guess we can pick it up. I mean, it doesn't have to go to waste. We can put that in my chest. Then other than that, I want to place in blocks to block this water up, and probably flatten this right here to be in the same level. I placed a couple pieces of moss blocks along this side right here to make like I was just gonna circle back and make a farm in the middle of this. I'm gonna have to push it more to the side, I don't know. But the moss blocks were just a placeholder for leaves because I'm gonna use leaves for that. So I need to actually go get the leaves in the first place. I also don't really want to break these leaves because I feel like it's stopping mobs from spawning. So if I do break leaves, I probably want them to be down like in this area, for example, because these mobs can't get to me anyway. So I'm actually going to be helping myself by breaking these. I think so. And I just need like 2 or 3 stacks, honestly. That's good enough for now, which will not take a very long time. Okay, I'm getting jumped by a bunch of mobs, so gotta be a little bit careful. I didn't lose like any health somehow though. I guess it's my diamond armor. I'll take oak leaves and jungle leaves. Maybe a mix of both would be the best. I think these are some jungle ones right here if I just go through and collect them. Okay, I'm being shot by a skeleton, but I have 1 stack of each. Should I get more? Maybe I'll get some more oak leaves. Are these oak leaves? I think they are, yes. I'm at 15. Oh, and there's another baby zombie. I don't know where all these baby zombies are coming from. Okay, 2 stacks of oak. Let's get 2 stacks of jungle oak because we're actually going to need a good amount to finish this thing. So I'll throw my extra shovel and make an extra spot for that stack. And let's get them right now too. And my shears broke, so we'll have to make another pair of those. So then I'll go through this line with these leaves and stuff. I'll kind of do a little bit of both, so let me just like, I don't know, circle around here. We need to leave enough room for this path, so I gotta be very careful about that. Barely enough room though, because you know, of course you want more than enough space to be able to have this farm. That's the most important thing. And I think that's probably okay. Let me go through with like oak leaves now, and then we could kind of close some of these gaps. I think we could also incorporate some moss blocks into like the actual like leaf ring. Like for example, what if we have like 2 here? I don't know, I guess it's like pretty different color. Okay, what are these zombies doing? I guess I just gotta finish them off. Yeah, I really can't decide if it looks good with moss or not. I guess I'll have to decide when I take a step back and take a peek. Alright, but that should be, I think, basically finished. I mean, I guess we got some moss to the ground too if we do that to kind of help blend it in. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. We need all this to spread to though before we place the path blocks, because we want the grass to be here still with the paths. I could also use like coarse dirt or something for a path too. I'm not sure yet what I'll use exactly. But we could also start making the spot where we'll plant the crops here if I end up liking it. So let me make sure this was a good layout for this area. You know, while taking a peek and looking at everything, I kind of noticed that back here, what if we remove like all of the dirt and grass? So then we kind of give off more of that cave feel around this area too. Because obviously like the cave world, it's like a world in a cave. And traditionally when you think of a cave, you don't think of grass. So I think if we actually go ahead and remove all of this, we kind of make the grass seem more, what would the word be like? I feel like if we have the grass in only certain spots, it'll feel more thought out. Intentional, there you go. And if the grass feels intentional, I feel like it could give off more of that cave vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and see if that's true by removing a bunch of these grass blocks over here. Hopefully I don't regret it though. I mean, it'll be pretty easy to replace back, but still. You know, it also opens up these ores. Like, there's literally coal hiding behind this. And like, what do you think of when you think of a cave? I mean, ores, of course. And I'll add in like more artificial ores throughout these mountains after to give off that vibe even more. But I definitely think this is a good idea. Let's take a look back, or take a step back and see how it's looking. Yeah, I definitely think that's the right way to go about this. I need to empty my inventory though and pick up all that dirt on the ground, so if I need more later, I do have it still. And now that I did pick up all of that dirt down there, we can go ahead and go up here and mine all of the grass from this area next, including this tree with these bushes around it. Yeah, I think small stuff like that will really make this whole basin area look better. I mean, just with that mountain being gone, it just gives us so much more of a cave vibe, I feel like. And then it just makes it, I feel like it makes it look better and feel better maybe to have like grass in a farm here, because it's like the only grass of this whole cave possibly then, instead of it just being all the way along all of the edges or whatever, if that makes sense. So I need to mine a couple more random blocks and stuff like that, maybe replace that dirt with stone. I don't know exactly what I'll do, but for now this is a very good start. So thankfully I have a couple ideas again of what I should do. I'm just kind of waiting for this to grow in. I want to get diamonds and place them around the base this time as well, but that would have to be like away from this, then these chunks wouldn't really be loaded in, so I might wait to do that. I thought that skeleton was glitching out too, but it turns out it wasn't. I don't know what I was seeing. I mean, more of this dirt could be mined as well, I just don't know how far up I want to mine it. Like this layer, I'm sure it's safe to remove, honestly. And then I actually need to go grab stone though. And then with my stone, we can place it in here and just turn this whole layer above, or starting at this level, whatever, into stone and andesite again. So then all these blocks would be mined out as well. We can swap them out. Again, just going for more of that cave vibe, hopefully. If you can find like a oops, wrong block. If we can find like a dripstone cave though, we could add in a bunch of like dripstone things in certain areas. Like, I feel like around here would be a perfect spot for some of them. I mean, there's like a big cliff to fall off of. So when I look for diamonds, I'll also try and look for those. And just once again showing off what I did. I think this looks awesome up here. I'm really liking the look of this idea of removing some of this grass. Definitely the right play. Do I have to harvest my melons? I don't think I do. I'm not really low on them. And I mean, I don't think I'm planting them anywhere else. I still want to start this area, but the grass is just taking so long to spread. I mean, probably because we're in the cave only, right? And it just needs a lot of light to spread. I mean, do we need more around here too? I don't think so. I think it's just taking a bit, which is fine. And, you know, just something a little different again. I think if we go up here, we jump down here and take some damage. Okay, at the last second I decided I would try to water bucket, but I think I decided too late. Anyways, if we take this and bring it all the way across, I think removing some of the visible grass from up here too would probably be for the best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks I think is fine. Well, actually, let's do 8 and 9. I think that lines up a bit better. And then we can jump down, place a pillar block all the way up to the top right here. And this can kind of hold in this platform and where this new little area is on that we were building. We can actually bring this all the way back to here. And then we can bring a pillar down from this block too in a second. And then I can kind of like actually be holding this up. I think that'll look cool. Let me do 2 of these blocks though, because both of these kind of need a pillar. And I'm out of wood. And I'm back here with more wood now, so let's build this pillar up the rest of the way. I actually have to go to this one though, because this one is blocked off from the top. Alright, and then this can all be mined out as well. You can just get rid of the grass up here in general. I think that'll look better anyway. So I'll remove all of that. And then these blocks are kind of sticking above where this should be. So we can remove this entire thing if I wanted to actually. Let me make another shovel though. Yeah, I mean, we could remove this whole thing. I don't know, honestly, I don't know what we should do. I'll just remove most of it for now, but I won't like completely grief it in case I want to put it back. I mean, I guess most of this is floating though, so I think it would look better if we're trying to remove the grass. So let's just do it. And I'll just remove it all the way back to this wall right here where it goes up a block. So starting from anything below this, we're going to remove all the way up into this wall block. And I'm basically already done with this. So the left side of this is done. We just got to finish these blocks in the middle right here. And we could probably bring this pillar down too. I think it would just make more sense. So I'm going to just do that right now while I'm here. And then the other thing I need is to do a floor above me. I think I did decide what it would be though. Like, I think just like some spruce again after this stone section. We could break a couple of these stone blocks just to start blending in a little bit faster. But yeah, we need to grab it in the first place though. So let me go find some spruce wood. And I can start placing it in here, of course. I think it looks fine next to dark oak too. It looks normal, yeah. And then should we have like a fence? I don't know. I think I've been skipping the fence in these areas because it just makes it easier to see like what's actually on the floor and inside these buildings. I also probably want to go ahead and hide some lighting though, because this place is getting pretty dark. And the best way to do that is probably to not even hide in the first place and just use some lanterns. Maybe we could have like 2 torches there, put one more behind here possibly. And then as for like the actual house in here, we could put like some all the way on these roof blocks, at least on this side, but this side we could probably just hide one in, or like 5 in the roof, and then that makes this whole thing a lot more light already. And while I have this stone on me and I'm here, I might as well jump over this way. And there were some blocks I had to replace, yeah, on the bottom of these. So let's just go through. I think it's fine if it's all stone because it's like, yeah, only like 9 blocks. But either way, that does finish this area off, so it is even more done. Got in like some decorations, of course, and stuff like that, but the base of it is finished. And then this stuff is still spreading. It's doing good, but we have a little bit left to wait still, of course. Then I could also make some doorways to actually get into this place. You know, for the mobs, like mobs can jump over like this moss carpet, right? Yeah, they jump over the moss carpet just fine. So we'd have to like put a slab on top of the leaves, you know, which I think would just ruin the point of the leaves in the first place. That's why I think it'd be better to do like a full wall going around this, or just like a trench. You know, I don't know which one is better, honestly. I guess we could do a combination of both. Like right here, for example, we could have a wall that starts, and it's just like a bunch of, you know, an assortment of like random wood blocks. And then right here, we could dig all this down an extra block. That might not actually be a bad idea. I mean, what would that look like? Would this just basically be like a mountain then? Yeah. And then we wouldn't have to have a wall everywhere. And then we could light this up in front of me with glowstone and have a path. Okay, I think I like the idea better than having a full wall that goes around this thing. Feels a bit more cave-like. I do think though, if it's possible in this area, if we could just mine it so we can do the whole idea of like just the kind of like trench thing, I think that would be better. So I'm gonna mine out a little bit of a space for it. And then up here it goes up, so I don't know, honestly. I guess we'd have to mine this down a little bit too. I have a lot of mining to do, oh my goodness. And my inventory's full of dirt again, so I should probably start by emptying that. So I did just take a bit to like get this over with since I've done so much mining already. I didn't want to like commentate over it again and put a lot of it in the video, so it's done. All the way up to that point over there, no mobs can get in. And then also, I was doing that for a bit, so all the grass is spread. And actually, yeah, I guess that's it basically. So we can go through here and put the farm in, I think would maybe be the next thing I want to do. I would need a hoe though, so let's make one of those. Let me go see if I have more iron, because I think that's my last piece of iron left. And if it is, it might be a bigger priority to get some more iron first. Okay, I do have like 22 more iron here, which is enough to at least continue building this for now. And if I need more, we'll get more soon. I also have a bunch of iron ore, which I'm going to keep so we can add it into the floor and the walls at some point. And I will go ahead and start the long process of counting blocks and lining up the water so that it reaches every single block in here. I'm also going to make an infinite water source next to me though, so I can more easily use all my buckets. I can put a glowstone down, a leaf, and a moss. Then we can get all the blocks nearby within the 4-block radius. And then let's start this little square and I'll work from there. Looks like our water gets all of these blocks while being placed here, so that's a pretty good start. But then for this block, looks like I'd have to do... yeah, I mean, that's pretty close. So I think the best spot would be somewhere like right here then, honestly. We can hide a piece of glowstone, put the water down, leaf, moss, carpet, of course, everything like that. And then we can get that block all the way back there. And then this also isn't too close to the other one. I mean, it looks really far away as well, so... then let me do the rest of these and get this farm finished so we can start playing some stuff on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is our next square. I also need something over here, so I don't know. I'll probably just hide one in the corner near like this wall because it's like already has a moss block near it. You know, zombies keep coming to me somehow, so there's obviously some place nearby that they're spawning. I'm gonna try to find it soon, but I've been doing this farm, of course, and it's honestly almost done. I'm making some super good progress. Gotta break my crafting table right here. I like redid my entire hotbar so I'd be like as efficient as possible. I also need more water though first. The thing is too is that like these crops will need like light to grow, so you know, I probably shouldn't even be shy about placing these in so far. I mean, I've been like placing them not ideally, which honestly is probably better because I don't even know if this is enough light. Is it just one glowstone underneath the water we're placing? Honestly, it could be. I'm just not 100% sure. Oh, well, I placed that wrong. We're gonna find out though soon. I'm gonna go through the corners over here and place in more glowstone and like a moss carpet on top of it, so that will hopefully like seek through, whatever the word is, and then light up some of this stuff or help it get lit up. I don't know if we need it though, so I'm not gonna like do it too much until I kind of confirm that we need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yes, that reaches. We should be done with this entire farm now, like just in terms of placing water blocks. I was also planning just like putting something simple like wheat over here, so I'm gonna go and go get seeds to see if all of this will even grow in the first place. I mean, I'll place a couple more moss throughout here because I feel like it won't end up being enough, and I already have all the blocks on me, so I might as well do it. I mean, if it doesn't help, then it still helps light up the path, which we're gonna have to figure out anyway. And that is probably a good enough amount for now. Let's just do like one more right here. I actually haven't been keeping seeds, so I'm curious how many seeds I have in the first place. If it's like a stack or 2, or like literally like 15. Or maybe we have to harvest our wheat to get some. I found 5 stacks of seeds and there's actually more in the chest as well. So if this is enough, I could go back for round 2 as well. But I think 5 stacks, I think is gonna be enough, but I'm also not 100% sure. So let's just figure out and place them all down right here on the farm. And it was almost basically just enough. We had like 24 left, so almost exactly. And then I need to see is everything growing and soiled, whatever. I'll check again in a second here. But now that that is done, I have to decide what to do next, which I'm not 100% sure about. I mean, as you can see, this part is working too because all the zombies are stuck and they can't get to us, which is honestly perfect. So we're not gonna have to deal with any of those zombies anymore. I could make a path along this side, which I think I will definitely do. I just don't know if I'll do it right now. And then, of course, the path right here that goes all the way along this. I'm still planning on doing that. Maybe remove a couple of these blocks to make it a little bit easier too. We could probably have the path go this way, but then again, we don't need to go up there, so I probably won't do that. I guess I could give this some time to grow, and what I could do is actually go up my second waterfall right here. Okay, there's a lot of mobs up here as well. Hopefully we can find a way to make it better. I don't know what that will be, but let me kill all of them first before I start doing what I want to do up here. There's 3 more skeletons. I think one of the skeletons just flew off the cliff. And then there's a couple of zombies over here as well. Okay, and then the thing that I want to change about up here is that, again, removing some of this grass to make it feel more like a cave would be a good idea, including this like jungle tree. Jungle trees do not grow in caves, so let's remove this from the top of our base over here. Let's remove this log on this block. Then we'll go through on the ledge right here and remove a lot of this open grass as well. I don't know how long I'll do this for, but I'm gonna do it until it feels like I've kind of cleared out a lot of it from the viewing distance. So all the way from up here to down here. Especially these blocks, these are the most visible, so we want to get these, even if it means we have to go all the way back up in the water, stack up. And I think stacking up would be faster, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. And then for this area, I just mined into like an actual like block of dirt, so I'm just gonna replace it with some stone right there. Now go along here mining all of the blocks that have grown into grass. In case I fall, I gotta be ready with my water bucket too. I don't want to die. Oh no, wait. That's gonna destroy so much of that stuff down there, I think. Okay, I got lucky. It broke like one torch. Good. I just won't use water to get around anymore in case that could happen again. I'm also running out of stone very quickly here, so I'll probably prioritize just breaking the grass rather than like terraforming the side of this. And then if we do need to do any terraforming, I can go ahead and come back later with some more stone. Creepers exploded here helped me a bit too. Okay, I think I spent like literally like 30 minutes mining all this out. And I'm pretty sure I got all of it to the point where it looks better, like from below and everything like that. So I left some blocks here around the waterfall. Just, I did think that would look better. Maybe I can place some leaves in here now or later as well. I mean, I don't have to do it right now. Maybe I'll mine out some of this back too. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but either way, I pretty much did what I wanted to do, and we can always mine more of it. Like over here, we could mine some, but you know, I don't want to mine too much stuff at once because I want to get to doing something else now. And the thing I'm going to do next, I think I'll go ahead and tackle probably exploring for some diamonds and dripstone. I mean, I wanted to do that for a bit. Also, all of this is growing, it seems like. I mean, right there looks to be struggling a bit. Hopefully it's not because it's not light, but if it is, you know, we'll just see. If like all this doesn't grow to max, for example, then we'll know there's an issue. I'm gonna wait until that happens. But let me empty my inventory, then we can get some diamonds and dripstone, hopefully. My pickaxe also has 300 uses left, so if we only use it for diamonds, then we should be good, and I don't need to replace or repair right now, but we'll bring the anvil just in case. I've been mining for just a second down here, and there's some diamonds. I have like 5 deep slate ore. I've been mostly finding deep slate diamonds, which I guess is probably fine, hopefully. And I'm just in like a deep slate cave right now, but hopefully we'll swap to another cave soon and find some normal diamonds as well. I don't just want to get deep slate ones, but I'm probably not going to put a lot of this mining on camera since I've done a lot of mining already. And yeah, dripstone is still on my list to find. I'm going to grab other ores too, like redstone, just for the XP at least. Maybe I'll throw it out, but like, I might use redstone too, so I'm going to keep it unless I need the space. Is that diamond over there? No, that's just a cobweb. But I've been checking underneath these things anyway, so there might be some diamonds hidden. And there is no diamonds hidden this time. I'm actually finding a lot of diamonds, like there's an entire vein right here, like 8 more. And in my inventory, I actually have gotten to a total of, just got mine this last block, 48 diamonds deep slate ore. That is a lot. And 23 normal diamonds too, so this is probably honestly enough. I'm gonna start focusing on looking for deep slate now. And I actually found some deep slate here. You know, I was starting to wonder if it was even in this world, but I'm gonna go ahead and mine a bunch of this then for I never have to come back here. And we could also mine this dripstone block as well that I can sit on. I'm just gonna mine a bunch of both of these. Maybe like 2 stacks of block and then however many dripstone I get, which will probably be a lot since getting like multiple for each one of these blocks that I break because they're stacked on top of each other. And now that I am back, I'm gonna go ahead and go in this area, place some of this dripstone block on the ground, just kind of scattered throughout here, maybe some down here as well. And then we can kind of just place a bunch of these. Hopefully it looks cool. I think it will. I want them to all be like different shapes and sizes though. I think that'll look best. So I'm gonna try and do that right here. Let's make this one 4 blocks tall. It's hard to reach that high. 2 blocks here, maybe like 2 blocks, maybe 1 block there actually, yeah. And we can have a couple really tall ones in the back here. This one can go 1 block above that. This one could probably be like 4 again, and then maybe like 3. Is that good enough for this area? I think probably, but we could add in a couple small ones around here to help emphasize that there's a bunch of spikes, if we even need to do that. And then maybe 1 more kind of off back in this corner too. And I think I'm happy with that design. Okay, yeah, that looks good to me, honestly. I like it. It's just another thing to add into this area that makes it look cooler. I think maybe like 2 more in the back here. Like 1 right here going up like 5 blocks. Maybe in like 6 blocks. 1 right here going up like 4. And it sounds like there's a zombie coming to me, so I should probably deal with that. Alright, this looks perfect to me. I'll leave it like this. 1 more on this mountain though. 4 block tall right there. And then we have more if we want to place them anywhere else around the base too. It doesn't have to be the only spot. I'm sure there's going to be another spot that we find where it would look good to place some of those in. My wheat is still growing. Are any of the wheat things like 0% grown? These ones kind of look like it. I don't know. Should we place in a glowstone here? I could, but I don't have the stuff on me right now actually. I'm going to have to go get it if I want to. I'm going to throw out the Frostwalker boots. I don't think I need those. And if I really do need them, we can just enchant a pair. While I'm actually grabbing the carpets and the moss, I'm going to go ahead and grab some dirt too, because I think it's finally time I go ahead and mine out the bottom of the river, and then we add some depth to it. I mean, I like the river, it's not going anywhere. I don't think we're going to expand it, so it's, I mean, a better time than ever to go ahead and mine it out. So let me make an extra shovel here, and we can start, I mean, yeah, just right here in this area, probably. I should also go place this glowstone though sooner than later, so we can, if that is stopping from growing to light, then placing it now would help it grow. So I want it to grow, you know, at some point here. I'm also just gonna let all this dirt despawn probably. I already have so much of it, so I'm not too concerned about that. And then once we finish mining this out too, like I said earlier, we're gonna go through here with some bone meal, and we're gonna add a bunch of green grass, and I think that'll make it look super sick. My first shovel is also broken. It was already done, or broken a little bit. Then I can go ahead and place this glowstone in right here, just to go ahead and check it off the list. And I'll get back to mining out the river. Alright, I went ahead and mined all of this first layer out. So actually, I guess I forgot like 10 blocks here, but the next step would actually be replacing this stone with more dirt, because there's some spots like right here, for example, where there's some stone on the bottom, so I will have to break that and replace it just like this. There's just a little bit up here that I want to replace too, maybe not like every single block, but a good amount of it. Is this all water sources too right here? I think it is, but it doesn't really look like it from underwater for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, we'll leave like a couple pieces of stone there just to add some variation, I guess. Then let's get back to this area. And then there's some more over there once I do this. And then since all the stone is replaced, I can go through here with a stack of bone meal. I'm just gonna bone meal the bottoms of all these blocks. Probably not the sides because I don't want to go up too much, but if I just bone meal the bottom, it'll spread up there anyway. It'll probably be to the amount that I want. And I'm gonna start drowning a bit, but I think I'm gonna try to finish all of this, which should be possible. Might just be a little bit low, which is definitely fine by me. Okay, I think that's done. And then from the top, it looks a lot cooler because there's a bunch of green. It's not just a gray river. It looks a lot more alive too. And there's also some other things I can still add, but I don't have any of those right now, I don't think, but you know, we could add them later. And something else I can add to add in even more green and just something to look at over here would be some more leaves kind of hanging off the side. So I'm gonna go through and add in some of those. One right here I think would look good as well. And then maybe like 2 more to kind of hold this up more. I think that's fine. You also realize that we have to have all the leaves that go down be 2 blocks tall, or else the zombies will be able to jump up from them. So there's only like 2 blocks I have to change, but that's something I have to keep in mind as well. So like right here, we can only have a floating block. Maybe we can have one in the water, but it would have to be also blocked by something. So it's gonna be harder to make it look good. So I will just go ahead and place like 1 in, I guess like a stack of 2 in here. And I'll probably just leave that. I think this is the part that needed more green anyway, since it's just a really big gray area. And I think I achieved that. Then right over here by this farm, we can actually bone meal this grass a bit to add some green over here. On this mountain as well, we can add some leaves drooping over in some of these spots near the staircase. Maybe some of this geode as well on this very corner right here. I think those couple of things combined makes this look a lot better already, but I could add like some random bushes near this staircase. I'm gonna try it. I feel like it might look weird, but it could also kind of look cool. I'm actually gonna scratch my idea though, because you can't place the bushes on stone. Then I'd have to place like moss or dirt below them. I think it would just end up looking a little bit weird, so I'll just figure some other way to decorate. I'm gonna make a cauldron because I saw a spot that I feel like we could add in one of those leaf things again. I mean, it's a little decoration, but it's a decoration nonetheless. And the spot I thought would look good is right here in this corner, so we can place like a jungle and an oak leaf to kind of switch it up. But, you know, it kind of looks worse now that I put it here. Let's add a glowstone below it so we can have some extra lighting. And then that wood fell so we can place it back. And then this room still needs like other decorations, but I mean, for now I guess it's better than having nothing. Oh yeah, the diamonds too. We can actually start adding those in slowly throughout the base. You know, when I see somewhere that looks like it could use some. I mean, near this nether portal to start, I'm sure there could be a spot here that we could add some in where it would look good. Like maybe right here near the ground. Oh, you know, I also didn't end up getting the normal non-deep slate diamonds, so we might have to get that soon too. Because we actually don't even have a deep slate base. So these won't really look as good. So, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and go get some regular diamond ore. And I'll see you guys in just one quick second with it. And I am back to my base with my diamonds. I found 44 of them. It did take me a little bit, but 44 should hopefully be enough to do everything we need to do with. I have a lot of diamonds now. And we still have the deep slate diamonds we can use, like if I want to. I was also thinking we could add in another weed farm along this side. I think I kind of talked about the idea earlier, but I never really decided. And I don't know, the more I think about it, the more I feel like it could maybe fit in, but I don't know. We could just leave as like the cave area too. I don't want to overdo it on the farms. So I'm not going to do it yet, but I will terraform this a little bit to make it look a bit better. I'm out of dirt now though, so we'll have to continue that in a second. As for actually placing the diamonds, I don't know where exactly I'm going to place these. I'll probably just do like I was going to before and place them like just as I go and see a good spot for them, instead of just going throughout the entire base and doing it right now. You know, I'm actually just now thinking too, we could actually silk touch some redstone next to my mining, and we got some like redstone and like blue lapis into these walls, and that would help with the color as well. So I think I'll do that. Can we add any diamonds down here too? I think we could add a patch right there and that would look pretty nice. So yeah, for now I'll be done adding them in, but I just found one more spot. I think like over here under these slabs, if I add in like even like up to 3, yeah, I think that'll look cool. But I will keep the rest for when I find them throughout the next like parts to walk around the base. And I have to decide what I'm actually going to do next as well. I'm not 100% sure. So the river is done. I don't think there's anything I can add to it. I mean, maybe like some leaves on the outside. Like, sure, I could do that right now. But then again, you know, we need room for the path too. So I have to remember while doing this, gotta leave plenty of room for the path to come through here. And, you know, I think I'm doing a good job of that so far anyway, so that's okay. Maybe we can have one of these leaves go into the water, maybe 2. Up here probably doesn't matter as much either because I don't think there's going to be anything up here. Like, down here there's going to be a path, probably, so... And I guess I could just get the path out the way right now. I mean, let's just do it because I've been talking about it for a while. And I think it will lead around here, and then we can make another doorway. And then it makes sense for the path to even come this way in the first place. Let's replace this grass with some moss. And then I was thinking of using trapdoors where these leaves are. I don't know if it'll look really weird, but I'm going to try it still. First things first, though, I've got to add in this path, like I said. And it'll be starting all the way from here. So these will be stairs. You'll go down the stairs. And then you're going to go into this area next. Probably going to leave that grass because there's a glowstone there. So we don't want you to be able to see it. And we can just make like a really random path. Like, it doesn't have to be like every single block. I want it to be a good amount of blocks, but like... Yeah, I mean, some of the glowstone is just going to be visible. I can't really help it. Alright, that looks pretty good already. Let me just go through here and polish up by hand now. Just re-adding some blocks that kind of need to be path, I would say. Like, some of these would help if you can see it a bit better, I would think. Well, I guess I'm just making it perfect. Well, that's okay. Alright, that's better. Let's place in some more dirt right here. We get one more piece. And I think that's honestly fine for this path. So let's go through and add in some more leaves around it. Add in some leaves on this mountain thing right here. Some more hanging off this. I mean, why not? You can add more on this side near the farm, and that kind of makes some of these like even too high. Maybe? I think we could. I just don't want to overdo that either. Alright, that's a good start. And then for like what kind of stairs I'm using, I think either oak, because it'll match the path blocks, or spruce. So let me go get that. And wasn't there something else I needed? Dirt, yeah, dirt and fence gates, okay. Okay, then right here too, I'm gonna place some fence gates. Yeah, I think that ends up looking pretty normal, so we'll just go with that. And then there's 2 more areas on this side I have to do. 2 fence gates right here, and then 3 more on this block. We got 1 extra that I'll just throw out, honestly. And then we can put some spruce here and continue making our path. Unfortunately, this glowstone is directly where we would need the path to go, but we can move it right here on the corner of the path, just like that. Then we can continue making this go. I don't know, honestly, where it's even going right now, but it's mainly just for looks, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, and for we have a way to get over here. Ideally, I would spawn-proof this whole place, which I'm working on as well. I think to do that, we gotta move this mountain, and then dig another, like, just a trench right here like we did on the other side. So, I mean, I guess we could also start doing that, but I'm gonna probably do a little bit more of the path first, so I'll get back to it. I mean, I think it could eventually go this way, like the path could lead up here, maybe. I mean, that would make a little bit of sense. Then we could have a way to get back up. We'd have to make this bigger though, so we have room to even put stairs. That should be good enough. But then let me make a little bit of a 2-wide path here as a test. So yeah, that's what it would look like. And then maybe like just a fence gate. Maybe we just have like a leaf here that you can jump on, you know, it's like an unofficial doorway. Mobs can't get in, but we can jump in easily. And then this would lead all the way over here through that path I was talking about and showing off. I guess if we're building a path here, it kind of eliminates the possibility of having a weed farm. So let's make the path. If it looks bad, we can remove the path over into the weed farm still. For now, though, I'm going to assume we're not doing it. And I will add this all the way to the ending. Okay, then that should be it for the path here. Let me go through the corners and add in glowstone, just a couple blocks. And I'll go through and add more in if I decide that this is kind of what I want to go for sure. Alright, there we go. Okay, I like it. There's also some more zombies coming towards me, so let's make sure we take care of these guys. Yeah, I really got work on the trench and the lighting, so since the path is done, we might as well do that now. Let me start mining this whole thing out. And with that single first layer removed, it's already looking a lot better and a lot more possible to add my trench in here. I guess we could just continue with, I mean, a bit of like a leaf wall even, honestly, would probably be a pretty good alternative. And I don't know, do we even have to dig a trench if we make a leaf wall here? I guess we could skip out on it and not destroy the terrain. That might be better. I'll try it. And then we could also add in some glowstone, you know, along this wall with some carpets and stuff. On both sides, honestly, too. That way we don't have mobs spawning quite as close. And then we can probably just, yeah, eventually bring it over here and then it gets closed off. And that would all end up looking something like this. Alright, it is done. I think that looks nice as well. I need to add in some more hidden glowstone probably. Let's remove these torches. We can beef up this path just a tiny bit. Probably just like 1 glowstone here, honestly, would be fine. And then 1 in this corner would hopefully be enough to let all this grass spread as well. With this wall being put down, it also saves me a lot of mining. And then if we want to expand the base, it's a lot easier. But that also mob-proofs this entire side, which, you know, obviously is a good thing. That's what we're trying to do right now. Let's make this path a tiny bit more bulky right here too. I'm out of dirt. I'm not out of dirt. Okay, nice. So we can add in a tiny bit more. And then we'll kind of like angle it better so I can continue off this. Alright, yeah, that looks perfect to me. And we definitely need another glowstone hidden here somewhere. So let's place 1 there. And then hopefully that's good enough. Probably 1 up here in this corner as well, though. And then where all these torches are, we want to kind of go through here and replace those with glowstone too. Because obviously torches all around the base look really ugly. And the moss blends in pretty well. Like, especially if after I need more carpets, but you know, afterwards I can go in with maybe like some leaves and then you add in bone meal as well. For example, like you can't really tell the moss is there. You can see it and it's a little bit obvious depending on the biome too. Like this biome, it blends in way better. This biome, it kind of sticks out a little bit. I only have 15 leaves left, I think. I was looking at my chest, but something else I definitely wanted to do was I've realized that this path is looking a little bit barren, like against these walls. Of course, we have other stuff we're going to add, but I think just adding some leaves along these sides would help a lot with it looking better. So I'm going to use the rest of my leaves doing that, which I'm already out of. Yeah, something like this. But then we can go through with some bone meal as well, and hopefully that looks better. I think it will. We can get a little bit of a view from over here. That is also the wrong block. Okay, so now, after doing that, it looks a little bit more like that, which I do think looks a lot better. I just need to get some more leaves, so I think I might as well just do that right now. I'm gonna head back into the forest right here. Or I might head in over this way too. If I go back in this forest, I can chop down some of these trees a bit easier, I think. We can make a little bit of a pathway. I should also probably light this up. It's just a little platform that naturally spawned here that I built up to, so I can kind of look at the base from like this big frontward angle. I mean, it's a really nice view, but it also, you know, is not very safe, as you can see, so these torches should help fix that. Alright, I'm off to mine the leaves. And now that I do have some more leaves, I can go in this other side and add in some here as well. I don't want to do too crazy much, but I'm just going to do a couple bunches like I did on the other side. I mean, something already like this is probably fine. I think it adds a lot already. And then we'll go through with some extra bone meal and add all that to these blocks here, where it doesn't look as plain. And this bottom side too, that's going to really help it, I think. And then there's like a middle part here. Yeah, I never really bone mealed that, I guess. And I'm out of bone meal, but I think the front of this pond looks a lot better now. I think it's probably time to continue building some, I mean, not building, but like, there's a part of the base up here, basically. I want to start making it look more like a mountain. And like I was saying, I think it's a perfect time to do stuff like that, since we have the time to do it. And I've got to do it at some point. So I can try to actually make like a tunnel here that we could continue using to get up here. We should hit the top at some point. Okay, I was starting to question it, but we are at the top now. I don't want mobs sneaking in either, so I'm just gonna make like some oak trap doors. Then we can go ahead and place those trap doors on top of that, so then nothing will be able to get in. I guess a baby zombie could, but I mean, they would only really run in there if they're targeting us, I think. So we should be fine. And then the thing that I did want to change is all the way on this side. If we remove some of this, I want to go ahead and change it out with stone and andesite, so that there's grass like on top of this, because, you know, it's supposed to be the mountain right here, so I'm continuing with that theme as best as I can. And I think I'll remove like this whole layer a couple blocks back, so there's no grass like right here up there. Probably removing these trees. I mean, I could regrow some right near this waterfall, but I think these are too far to the right almost. Can I leave that one tree, or was it connected? Okay, I can leave this one for now, so I will. But then these ones, I think this one was just too close, so... because there's not even going to be grass there anymore in a second, so it would really make sense. Then I will go ahead and break all of these blocks. Gotta break these two and then replace them. I'm just swapping these ones out at the front with the andesite and stone instead. Or that's the idea at least. And we could do some more andesite there. I mean, you really won't be able to see this, so it doesn't matter too much for the pattern, but I still want to try my best to make it look good, even if it's not the most visible thing. But I'm going to do this. We've already done quite a bit of this, so let me get some of this placed in and broken, and we'll be back. I've done a pretty good amount of work over here. Just wanted to update that. I think, first of all, I need to go get more stone in a second. Then, second of all, I think I will remove this tree. And I've been removing this dirt up here, too, because it just makes it look better. So let me go get the new stone, or more stone. Yeah, I could chop down this tree right now, too. I actually probably should have started a little bit higher, because I'm not going to be able to reach it. So we'll have to stack up a couple of blocks. 4 blocks, I guess. Also, on this back end right here, I mean, I'm going to get my stone, and I just think this is a good opportunity to add in some diamonds over here. So I'm going to add in a lot of patches. Like, those 3 to start, I think, are good. I don't have too many diamonds left. I put a couple in my chest as well, but on me, I have 10 left. So I think that's good to start. Could also place some, like, back here, but I don't know. Maybe 2 right here would look good, next to the armor stands. Yeah, I like that. And we could also add in more iron and coal to give that same effect off without having to use our precious diamonds. So for this water too, I just got more stone. I think I should actually block this water off, because I think it just makes this area look worse. And it's just like falling into like this single hole that I have blocked off. So I am going to go up here and find the water source and block it off. Then we can jump back down there. There we go. That's gone now. Then we can also break this water when it goes away, but I'm going to wait because I don't want it to like flow down and break my farm or anything like that. So there's a lot of mobs spawning over here. I wonder if I could hide in some secret lighting to make it so they spawn a little bit less, maybe. I don't know how much you would have to invest for that to even be true, though. I don't want to use all my glowstone on this area. But again, you know, mob proofing is something I'm trying to do. Like, so that's one of my goals. So I'm going to try to do it at least. Okay, that was bad. I don't know. That creeper got really close to me. I think the skeleton was shooting it and definitely was not helping. Now I gotta fill all of these holes in. Let me get the skeleton first, because it actually keeps shooting me and I'm getting low. And I just realized I hit level 30 recently, which also means I can go ahead and actually get, what is it called? Oh yeah, and a bow. I want to enchant a bow at level 30 so we can start shooting the creepers and skeletons and stuff like that without having to like go in and melee them. So I'm gonna do that really soon here. The enchantment room is literally down those steps. But first I'm gonna finish up some more stuff here. So I'm all the way down here now, and this is the progress. I basically only have this tiny little square as grass because the waterfall is right there, so it kind of makes sense. I mined out all the grass up there, and I mean, that's about it. I mean, I think it looks way better, and I've got to now choose what to do next. Maybe some of the grass over here. I'm not sure if I'm going to replace that 100% yet, though. We can enchant the bow, which I forgot to do while I was up there, but I can make my way over there and do that really quickly, yeah? And we can go ahead and put my bow in here. Flame? I mean, okay, flame. Power 4, punch 2, and breaking 3. I mean, this is about as good as I could have gotten. Infinity is the other thing we're looking out for, but I'll just have to enchant another bow to get that. If it says I'm getting Infinity, though, I would be down to go to the Nether to get it. Yeah, punch is definitely not Infinity, but, you know, we tried. So next, I know we definitely have one area that could use some lev, so I'm gonna grab some andesite, and, well, I was gonna say some stone, but we might be out of stone right now. While I wait for some more stone to melt, I think I will organize my chests because they're very, very messy and I've not been like following the organization I was going for. And I mean, I need more stone anyway, so let me do that. So this was the area that I thought could use a little bit of work because it just is like really plain with stone. I mean, the first thing we could definitely do is just add in some patches of andesite. So I'll start with some of those, like right here, for example. Just a really big one because we're also going to have ores that are smaller, so we probably want the andesite patches to be more exaggerated. And I definitely think that is a good start. We could probably have it come up this way a little bit too, onto these blocks. And then I was thinking I could also add in some leaves throughout this area, so we can add back in some green. And then also, the reason I need the stone was I wanted to replace this area with stone. Like when it goes up one layer into this part, I just do think it would look better, so I will do that now. Oh, that's more dirt. And I'll mix in some andesite stuff too, of course, like that, to try to make it look as best as possible. I guess I'm also already out of andesite, oops. Well, let me go get some more then. I should have more in my chest, and if we don't, you know, it's just one mining trip away. I'm also gonna add in some diamonds down here so they're lower than the iron. I think that would like make sense. And then we can add in a bigger patch of iron, even like behind the leaf a little bit right here. And then up here a bit too, let's sneak in some coal. Alright, that looks good to me. I think that just makes this side look so much more interesting. And since I did get more andesite and stone, let me continue replacing this floor. I also think like all the way through here too, these blocks can all be replaced. And then also, like this level starting here, I probably want to make it all andesite stone as well. And then to add some of the green back in, we could go ahead and do just a couple of like random leaves, like something like this. I think I've done that area enough over there for now, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I think it looks a lot better already with the ores added in and all the other stuff like that. But as for what I'm getting next, I really don't know. I mean, this base, we've already expanded it a lot. I'm running out of ideas, to be honest. But we still have plenty of time, so how can I make the base even better is what I'm starting to think of. I guess we could have like a path here made out of something the stone. But what would that even look like? I'm not sure if that'd be worth it. We could finally finish some interiors, you know? Maybe let's get the interior inventory ready and just do that. Gotta make sure I put this stuff back in the right chest this time too, because my chests are finally sorted, so I don't want to make them messy again already. I just fixed them. I do have a couple of blocks, so I'm gonna try and make some kind of decoration here. Can have one wood, place them on these sides. Should probably also go ahead and do 2 more slabs there. I think that looks fine. The only question is should we lower it down 1 more block? And is this too long or big either? I don't know. You know, yeah, I think something like this is fine. Then on the corner right here, I think it could be pretty cool to do like maybe like a fence post off stair, place an armor stand diagonally, and then I brought some copper to make some armor with. I think copper armor will look good here because the color is a lot different than the background wall too. I think I could place a bookshelf here. I can have the trapdoor on it to kind of be holding it on there. Then as for the other blocks, like maybe an anvil, or we could do an anvil on this side, and then maybe either like a campfire in the middle or like a slab. I need something to divide it up a little bit more. And I do actually think I can make a campfire right now. I'll have all the blocks. We just need sticks, I believe. Okay, yeah, there we go, 1 campfire. I just think it'll look cool like it's on the shelf, yeah. I mean, that's not the best items, but I think it works. I think I like how it's coming along. Should I place like some leaves on the ceiling too? I could do that. And then underneath this block, since we use the stair anyway, we should probably go ahead and hide a piece of glowstone. There we go. And then the next room I have to do, I think we should probably do something to that amethyst room up there. I could just add in a couple more decorations, I feel. I also think that dark oak wood would probably look pretty good against those walls. So let me make some of those blocks. And then I want to take my amethyst beds that I got. You know, I harvested all these earlier on for something like this. And let me just try, like, what if I place, like, 2 stairs here, for example, and we have, like, 2 geodes on them. And then we can have maybe, I don't know, like, another one. Well, that might not look too good. I guess we could have some slabbed ones, too, like, in the middle. We have one on the wall, one more on that bed. Or actually, that doesn't really fit. But what we could actually do, though, let's make sure we're using Silk Touch. We could have these growing into this room as well, all over the walls. So, something like this. And then this is just a display of them, I guess. That is what it would be. You can also have a couple of leaves in here in some places, but we don't want too many leaves either. So since I've just spent some more time editing a bunch of my base, I put a bunch of ores all over the thing. I got some more glowstone from the nether just now. I was basically just doing a bunch of maintenance. I think something else that would be good to do as well is repairing my pickaxe a bit probably. So maybe I should get level 30 and then enchant another bow. And then we could combine them or repair it, I think, too. But I want to go ahead and find some redstone and still touch that too, so we can start adding that in. And then lapis as well, I guess, while we're already out. I think those are like all the ores I would add in the first place. I mean, let me see what I would even get first if I did. Unbreaking 3 would also be helpful on a pickaxe, so we can make another one of those and see if we would be able to. And then where did I put my bow? I have found my extra bow. I just need lapis, which should be in a chest here. Yes, we have some. And then for the pickaxe, we have efficiency 3, and for the bow, we have the punch 1 still. Honestly, both of those literally suck, so I might as well grindstone it and reset them. Okay, infinity on the bow, efficiency 4 on the pick. I mean, both those are good, especially the infinity, so let me go ahead and just one more time get level 30, and hopefully after that I'll be good. And I have achieved a level 30, so let's go ahead and get infinity on our bow. It's just plain infinity, okay. And then fortune 3 is like probably the last thing we actually want if we want like unbreaking or efficiency for this to repair it too. Efficiency 4 is fine, okay. So we just need 4 more levels, so let me get those really quickly. And I'm back once again. Let's just get 2 of them and enchant this. Efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, I mean, that's perfect. Then my anvil was down here in one of those other rooms. I do believe I put it down. I think it's actually all the way over here, yeah, now that I think about it. So the first thing I would combine are the bows, maybe? It doesn't really matter what I do first. 8 levels. The pickaxes would be 8 levels as well. So there we go, we got a maxed out Silk Touch pickaxe now, and a Fortune pickaxe, which we'll have to repair at some point soon. Mending would also be nice. I guess if we don't have like another thing to really build, we could try to get a villager. We have that zombie villager still, I assume. So would I need to go get a blaze rod for that? I do think I would, yeah. I don't know if I've been in a fortress yet. So I mean, I guess I could do that now. I also want to see, can we make netherite? I don't think I can yet. I was maybe thinking about doing like a netherite Silk Touch pickaxe where we could tell them apart easily. Definitely not necessary, but it would have been a nice boost. But you know, the more I think about it, the more a menu villager sounds important, because look at my armor. I mean, all of it's breaking. My pickaxe is breaking. Especially if we go to 500, 750, or even 1,000 days on this cave world. We're going to want better tools so we can continue mining and terraforming this cave into being something even bigger than it already is. So let's do that. Let me get my carrots first though, of course, because I'm running out and we want something to be able to eat. Then I do want to get more gold apples if I do have any in here. And it seems like I have 4 total. Definitely not bad for an emergency. As for the lapis, we could definitely put that away. Same for the leaves and the moss carpets. And then finally, I'll just have to grab some wood. Some more netherrack for we can have blocks in there. We'll bring some torches as well. That should honestly be about it. I'm going to head into the nether then. So here is a fortress. I've come across one. Hopefully it has everything we're looking for. I believe we're just mainly trying to get some nether wart would be one thing. Why can't I shoot this guy? And then the other thing would be a blaze rod so we can actually make the brewing stand in the first place to make a potion, because we need the weakness potions. Nether wart, we might need to make the potion as well, so we can just grab that. Same for the soul sand, so we can like plant it and then just, you know, farm it. We could even add the nether wart farm somewhere in the base too. I mean, that's something we could add that would be useful. And it's another decoration and something for an interior. I just did the nether only video recently, so kind of used to looting nether fortresses. And there's some more quartz behind this wall. Should we steal a couple pieces? I think we should. having levels is always helpful. So, I mean, if I can get some extra, I will definitely do that. There's Wither Skeletons here as well, and we have Looting 3. I think I was saying something about a Wither earlier. But then again, that may have been a different video, because I don't know if I've been in a fortress this video yet. I don't think we're going to fight Wither in this video, though, yet. Or ever. I don't think we can use a beacon, right? Because there's bedrock above our heads. I actually haven't tested that yet. Maybe we should test that at some point, because I don't actually know if we can get out of the cave or not. Is it like a flat world above us? Either way, though, we'd be able to pearl out of there, but if we're talking like terms of pure beacons, the beacon would need a hole to go through. I guess we could pearl out and remove a piece of bedrock if we really wanted a beacon somewhere. But beacons don't really go in caves, so again, it might kind of take away from the purpose of the video. Anyways, let's keep looting these chests. I think I already looted that one. I mean, really the only thing left that I need is the blazes, because I don't need to loot these things. I don't need stuff from the chests. We have plenty of loot already. And there's a blaze shooting at me, so that could be our first one. I don't know. We don't need a lot, because we just need one brewing stand. I mean, yeah, that guy just gave us 3 already. That is probably more than enough. I would like to get a couple extra, though, just for we don't have to come back here. And we could probably steal some of this glowstone, because it's very, very bright anyway. You know, I'm also kind of realizing, instead of fortuning the glowstone, we could have been silk touching it. And yeah, I mean, maybe earlier wouldn't have made as much sense because we were trying to conserve the durability, but now we can definitely use the silk touch instead. That'll just be way better. Because I think fortune does give you 4 blocks guaranteed. I could be wrong on that though. So I guess it's technically the same, but like we use the fortune pick more anyway, so we might as well kind of spread the durability out. Okay, no wither heads from those guys. I don't even know why I'm trying to get them. I guess it'd be a funny decoration in the base somewhere. It's probably as useful as they'll get. Or, you know, the beacon itself could be a decoration. We just have a beacon laying on a shelf somewhere. And another blaze. We might take a bit of damage, but we have 5 blaze rods, which is definitely more than enough. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get out of here now. And if I do end up starting a farm somewhere, I don't know where that'll be, so I'm not going to do anything like that yet. For the, what is it? It's a weakness potion, right? So weakness, I mean, we just need any one of them. It seems like we need, I don't know, 2 steps. So yeah, it's not even an awkward potion. We don't even need nether wart, I guess. So we need a fermented spider eye and gunpowder. That should be doable. Let me just make sure if there's something we're missing though. Now yeah, it looks like we don't need awkward potions. Redstone makes it longer, gunpowder makes it splash, and we need it to be splash. So then the first thing we would need really is a fermented spider eye. And it is a brown mushroom, sugar, and then just the spider eye, of course. So do we have all of that? Ooh, the brown mushroom might be the thing that we do not have. Oh, we have 3 of them. Nice. From the nether, probably. So if we could just make as many as possible right now. Looks like we can craft a set of 3. So that's exactly what I'll do. We only really need 1 though, because that makes 3 potions, which is more than enough for right now. Then we can put the extras just in this random wood chest, I guess. Do I have another chest? Not really. We're gonna throw some of this in here though, because my inventory is very full. And for like the actual thing, I think we just need 3 cobblestone. And then we would need glass for we can make the water bottles. I don't know if we have any laying around though. We do, nice. And then also the brewing stand could be a decoration somewhere. Like, where should we have the brewing stand be? Let me decide that first. Honestly, I think I'll just put it at the top of the base. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of trapdoors. Well, really, I guess that's it for what I was planning. And then we need water. So let me get that. We can just use our river right here. It shouldn't ruin any infinite water sources. And then all we would have to do, I decided up here would be a good spot, just in this window, because there's nothing really going on up here right now. So if I find the middle, which is this block is the middle, then the water can go here in a little bit of a bucket. On this side, we can place an amethyst, and then in the middle, we can place the brewing stand. I think that looks pretty good. Then we can place in all 3 of these, the fermented spider eye. And yeah, okay, I remember, you actually need to fuel now, so good thing that we got extra. And I will need some gunpowder, so let me go back down to my chest and grab that. I've got my single piece of gunpowder, and it looks like these are done. So yeah, we just gotta use this. They're 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is what we're going for, just the base version of it. Then I'll just patiently wait here. Okay, perfect. That is what we need. So let me grab those out of there, and then let's head down to my zombie villager. Assuming that's still there. I mean, I assume it is, but... Okay, it is down here. We have to kill the other zombie, though, because it will just kill the villager if we don't. Alright, that's the first step. Second step would be, where are we gonna put like the actual villagers? That might be like something we do in the well, I guess we have time though. Where should we build the villagers? I don't know. Yeah, I would honestly say just in this mountain somewhere is a good spot. So if we want to go ahead and just mine a little bit of a trail for the boat, And then we can kind of just stick the villager in the mountain for now, then build something in the front of it. If we have time or want to, we could. So the first step would be, can we move the villager while sitting in the boat? Or do we instantly die? One of you let me get in. Okay, we don't instantly die because I have good armor, nice. I mean, our armor is definitely taking a beating though, which isn't good. But this should help us get mending. Let's place some blocks here. We're gonna need to make it so that we cannot get out, or they can't get out, whatever. Let's use some slabs for that. We just don't want monsters to be able to get in, so I don't know. We'll probably just want some doors as well. And then 1, 2, just like that. We can make 2 sets of doors. And then place them on the front of this too. Hopefully that'll help like baby zombies and stuff getting in. And then let's block up these sides. And then this should be okay for the villager for now. If we break the rest of these blocks, I gotta hold down my mouse so we don't actually hit the zombie villager too. That's what I'm focusing on right now, not killing it. And then is that thing blocked? Okay, no, yeah, we did expose a hole, so definitely want to get that blocked before we start reviving this guy. And then we should be able to go in there and then do the 2 steps. First one will be the weakness. So let me throw that on. And then the golden apple. Okay, and they are transforming into a villager. So we'll have to continue checking on them. We can close these doors too. How much weakness did we get? 55 seconds, alright, not bad. Also though, kind of unfortunately, but I mean, it's just how it works. We'll need at least 2 villagers. 1 to get emeralds, and 1 to buy the mending books. And we could breed 2 to make more, but I don't think we really need to, because I'm not gonna like do too much trading. It's just like, that's the only way you can get mending. So I think for now 2 would be fine. I'm not gonna make like a huge villager brooder. But we will need to find another zombie villager. That's the elephant in the room there. So I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. I mean, I hear a zombie below me. Sounds like a normal zombie, but it could be worth checking. Can we make like a staircase down to this area so we can check over and over again as well whenever we hear stuff? I think the best way to do that would be honestly like a trap door right here, and then we can make a ladder that goes down. So we will need to craft up some sticks in order to make that. This zombie's holding a carrot, but it is a normal zombie, so let's kill him. Do we see anything else? Preferably it would be close by. I mean, even if there's one down here, this is also all lit up, oops. But it'd be so hard to get it over. 2 more zombies just spawned here, but again, they're both normal, so I'm not very interested in that. I should also place torches in here. Did I forget to do that? Yeah, I don't think I did, oops. That would definitely be bad if a monster spawned in there with that thing. We can kill these zombies to open up room for more monsters. I guess I can check above the base right now. I mean, there's a good chance there might be something hiding up there for me. We can use the waterfall to access that area. I mean, a little bit some of it too. Let's see how good it's working. Okay, not perfectly because I see a creeper and skeleton, but I don't see any zombies. And there's only 2 mobs, so I mean, it's definitely working to a pretty good extent. Like, see, these mobs are a perfect example of why I should have this bow. These creepers are just way too close and... Okay, why couldn't I shoot it? In like a super tight area here, so... And if we find the zombie villager, we want to be able to snipe all the stuff around it, so having a bow makes that even better too. I mean, those skeletons can't even see me, so again, I don't think there's a point to shoot them. No zombie villager back here either, okay. Oh, if you look at the top right, I just got the achievement, so let me run over there. Our villager must be cured. And then we might as well start trading wood with this guy and turn him into a Fletcher, because we'll need emeralds to even buy mending. Okay, is that a Knitwood villager? Do we just cure a villager that won't even be able to have a job? That's kind of crazy. Let me go look. Let me make sure. I will double check. Does that mean we need 2? Do zombie villagers even spawn? Hopefully. Alright, let me try to place this fletching table. Does a villager take that job? You can also break the boat. Okay, yeah, it is a Knitwood villager. I mean, that's what the green coat means, so... I think, though, I will go ahead and wait to see if some zombie villagers spawn around here, which will hopefully be the case and happen. I mean, we can't guarantee it. They might all be Knitwood villagers as well. I mean, I just don't know how the spawning works in this world. It might be different for the data pack, too. But that zombie just jumped off the cliff. While I do wait at least a little bit here and look around, since we're going to need more wood anyway for maybe even building, but for trading for the emeralds, if we do end up getting the villagers, I'm going to mine these trees to burn some time. And if after that, and waiting a bit, I don't find any zombie villagers, we might just have to give up on the mending, unfortunately. So I did get a little bit of wood. I'll probably go over their mine even more right now, but I've not found any zombie villagers, unfortunately. It's looking like we'll just have to do something else and then hope and pray that a zombie villager shows their face around here. I mean, which hopefully they do. Like, it would be nice to have the mending tools, like I said, but like, can't force it to happen. I'm gonna jump down here. That's a big fall. Then I'll just honestly keep chopping down the trees for more wood, just in case one ends up spawning. And then after that, I will get back to building something else with the base. I only replanted 2 of these trees. The one that was floating is not planted at the moment, so we only have 2 to chop down. Are there any zombie villagers over here? Doesn't look like it. Well, those 2 trees are chopped down, and I still have not seen a zombie villager. I mean, I've been in the same chunks though, so I'll run around a little bit more and take another peek. I mean, there's 4 skeletons right here, which is probably like the opposite of what we're looking for, honestly. It's not even a zombie in the first place. Alright, well, I think it's officially time to give up on the zombie villagers. I'm gonna empty my inventory and then do something else. I did just go mining for a little bit here. I got some more redstone, some lapis, some redstone. I just said that. You know, I got some blocks, I still touched them, but while I was mining the redstone, more excitingly than just getting the ores, which I can use on its, you know, it's exciting in its own right, I found a village. I also found this minion book in a mineshaft chest. But like I found a village with villagers, so I'm gonna go back there right now and bring some wood. In worst case, we have like 1 free minion book to use, which I mean is still good. I'm gonna clear as many inventory spaces as possible, so we have the maximum amount of room to carry wood with us. And then I'm gonna mine these 2 trees at least. Or I guess there's 1 tree there, but we can bone meal the other 2, honestly. Because I want to be bringing as much wood as possible, so let me get my bones. I'll just bring the whole stack of bones. We could even bring them with us to the village, honestly, and just start growing a bunch of trees there. I trapped at least 1 villager in a house. There might be more, I'm not like 100% sure. But like I said, we just need the fletching table and the librarian villager. I have to remember to bring, what is it called? Books and a lectern, so I can actually get the librarian villager though too. So I cannot forget to do that. I've gotten completely loaded up with some spruce wood. I'm gonna get those books that I was talking about and we're gonna leave. Okay, so I'm at the village. I just dropped 2 more villagers in a hole right here. We can light it up a bit so that nothing can hurt them. Maybe even go a step further like this for baby zombies can't even get in there. And then I just dropped another one in this area right here. Again, we can block it off for baby zombies too, I guess. And then I did have a Fletcher trapped somewhere around here, I do believe. Can I actually use some dirt too, just to get this over with? Not over with, but like, you know, block it from the baby zombies and make sure it's safe. Okay, perfect. Oh, and there's 1 guy in the house too. How many villagers do I have trapped here then? Oh my goodness. Anyways, let me find that 1 Fletcher. There's a Fletcher in one of these houses, I know that. This one, I think, yeah, blocked it off. Okay, it is the Fletcher. I should have brought an extra fletching table though, to be completely honest. Okay, I'm inside. Can we make a chest? Because my inventory is too full to even trade with this villager in the first place. So we can put some of this wood away to start off. There we go. I'm gonna keep like 4 stacks and let's make a bunch of sticks. This villager's gonna lock their trades pretty quickly probably, but that's just a part of trading. So we can get 16. They're locked for now. If we can make like a way to exit this place without the villager getting out though, let's do that too. Some slabs, a door, and then we can place the slabs on this, and then eventually leading all the way out, we can have a door right here so that zombies can't get in. We should be fine. Are the trades reset already? Was it just an upgrade lock? Okay, it just unlocked. So let me craft up the max amount of sticks. Depending on how lucky we get with the trade, we might need a lot of emeralds, because we're trying to get what? I mean, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mini books maybe? Up to 7. So if we get like a 3 emerald book, I mean, of course, that's not going to take that long. And honestly, let's trap this villager in here as well. It's only a baby villager, but still, we can kind of invest in the baby villager. Also, though, we probably need to block this off for now, because like they can just walk through the door, right? If they're 1 block tall. So we'll have to like place 2 blocks there. That's the only villager in that house anyway. We could probably also minecart and move these villagers. This isn't that far away, thankfully, but it's far enough that I'm just gonna set up here instead, because moving would be a lot of work. Okay, the alchemist villager. Let me get more fletching tables. So we're getting more gravel, because again, I didn't bring any, I kind of forgot. So let me find some of that nearby. Alright, and I'm back. The stick trade has been unlocked, so let me just trade with the villager. Before we, we may convert more Fletchers, we might as well make sure this guy's completely maxed out. So maybe we'll get an F. 42. And then again, we could go unlock the trade before we make the fletching tables too, so let's just do that. Let's go find the librarian. The trade is locked for now. We have 48 emeralds, which is definitely enough for at least 1 book. And then there was a library, or a church, I mean, sorry. Let's go in the church building and steal that and make it a librarian villager. I think I have the cycling trades mod, hopefully. If not, I'm gonna install it. We can block this villager in two with the slab on the front, put some blocks around it, and add in the door to hopefully protect it from zombies. I'm not 100% sure that works because zombies can break doors. But then again, I mean, zombies can't go through the slab too, so wait, why am I... Oh, baby zombies, yeah, sorry. I low-key forgot for a second there. Okay, let's place this down. And I do not have the cycling trades, unfortunately. But we should in just a second. And now that I do have the trade cycling... Oops, I just skipped one. I skipped two, actually. This should be a lot faster. So I should find mending in no time. We're just going to hope that it is cheap. I'm taking the first one I get because I don't want to have to find two. Still takes a bit even with the cycling. Including one, that is definitely not good. Okay, I finally found a mending. And it's 26, which is a lot. So, I mean... I'm just going to take it though. I do not want to have to find another one. And then what if it like costs more too and I wasted all that time? It's tempting for being that expensive, but again, I'm not risking it. And then let's actually start adding this onto the... Never mind. I don't have my anvil with me. I guess I could mine some iron and get it. Another anvil. Before we could like use the XP from the village. But we'll just slowly get XP to repair then. It's okay. So I don't actually see any iron around here anyway. Let me just go to my villager over here. Oh, well, there's some right up here. One vein could be enough with Fortune 3, so like I'm tempted to mine at least one and see if I get close to like a stack. I mean, we need what? Not 3 blocks, that's 27 iron or something plus 4. So we need like 30, that's 19. We're not too far off. We'll need some coal to melt the iron though, of course, too. Nothing crazy. That probably should already be enough. 8. Then we need 6 more cobblestone to make a furnace. And while that 12 melts, I'm gonna go ahead... Well, I was gonna try the villager, but yeah, the villager's trade is still locked. So that is definitely a sign that we need to get another villager then. Hopefully, we can get one close to this house. Like, where's the closest villagers I had trapped? So we don't have to run too far. I think it was over here. I mean, I guess it's just across. That's not that far away, honestly. And we can just use these 2 villagers trapped in this hole. We can make a little bit of think to go down to them. We can have a double door with 2 slabs in front of it. And on the other side... to be extra safe. Then we go ahead and spleef these villagers down into their own little area. And we can place in both of the work tables on these sides. And then we should be able to trade a bunch of sticks with them. So let's refresh till we get sticks. There's 1 stick locked in. And can we lock in the other sticks? Yes, we can. Just gotta craft them up. And refresh once. And both of them now trade sticks. We're up to 33 emeralds. I'm gonna trade all the rest of the wood that I have right now to hopefully try lock these guys. First guy's locked temporarily. Probably won't be for long though. We have 1 more stack of logs, which brings us from 44 to 58 emeralds. Not too bad at all. And for the mending, so we get it at a point where it actually matters before we're done trading, I'm gonna focus on getting the rest of the iron right now. There's 2 more veins up here in the ceiling at least, so I'm gonna start with those 2. Looks like it's at least 3 iron total. With fortune, you could get up to 9, which is a full iron block. And it's a lot more than 3, okay. That means like 8 alone, or 6. And after mining almost all of it, there's 1 block in the ceiling. We have 22 more, which I'm pretty sure is enough to craft a full anvil. It's just about melting the rest of it now. We have 16 in there. That makes us 1 block. And then we'll need 2 more for the second one. And I've got enough for the other 2 blocks. We're just waiting for the 4 iron for the base. I could actually kill the iron golem if I'm a little bit impatient, but I think I can wait a second. So the first thing I'll do after making this is we want to go ahead and put it on some armor. We have 1 mending book. So let's just do, I mean, the helmet. That's probably the most obvious since it breaks the easiest. And then we want to go ahead and go to the mending villager, which I put in... Oh man, where do I put the mending villager? Oh yes, the church, which is over here. There's also a bunch of water right here, making it way harder to get around. So I'm going to just block that off. And that should make everything way easier. So I don't know why I haven't done that yet. And finally, the mending villager house. We can go ahead and buy 1 and 2 more. We got 6 emeralds remaining. And we'll go ahead and throw that on our boots and our leggings. There's the leggings, there's the boots. So let's go trade more sticks. We should have plenty left. Maybe we'll fall a little bit short, but couldn't mind some of these oak trees. Maybe that would be the last bit we need. But we're going to start with our spruce because we have it here. And we have a lot of it still. Okay, we got 20 emeralds from this guy before he locked his trade. I don't know how long it's going to be locked for, but like, I might as well just go trade with the other villagers. And if it's locked when we get back, then good. If not, whatever. Okay, I tried like 2 stacks of wood with these villagers, and it looks like they're already both locking their trades. Hopefully it's just an upgrade lock or something, and they're about to have them back. Maybe. No, they're both locked still, so let's just go over to the other villager again, check. If not, we do have 54 emeralds, which I think, how many is that? Like 2 books maybe? So that'd be, we need 1 more after that for our current gear. And then we can obviously like come back here when we need more. How many more emeralds does this guy give us? Alright. Not too many, but let's go ahead and break one of these and go see. Can we buy 3 minion books? I fell a little bit short. We have 18 emeralds, so we need 26. That's like 8 more. Let me see if there's other 2 villagers in the hole have unlocked their trade then, because that would definitely give us enough. Before I do the trades though, so we can get the XP and repair the chest plate, let's go ahead and add one of the mini books to that. And then we have 1 more sitting here, so we can do the pickaxe too, just or fortune 3-1. And then let's hold that in our hand when we trade as well. Okay, yeah, these guys haven't unlocked their trades yet, unfortunately. I might have to wait here for a second. And this guy has not unlocked his trade either, so let me just sit around here. I can give up some beds as well. I don't know if that helps, or if they like don't trade if they don't have a bed. But I think it's worth a try if I'm just going to be waiting here anyway. Let me also block this door off and make it a little bit more special. We can have the door on the front as well, just in case that does help. But then we have another entrance to this area. Well, I gave these guys a bed, and the other guy 1 bed, and none of them have unlocked their trades still. Okay, and these villagers have finally refreshed their trades, so let's get the rest of the emeralds that we need for that other book. I also need to go get some more sticks, though, it seems like. Yep, I need 1 more ride. Or is it 26? I don't know, either way I could use some more XP, so I'll just trade as much as I can. And after trading with all of those villagers, I actually ended up with enough to buy 2 more mending books, so I'm going to do that, just so we can have an extra one laying around. Let's go ahead and put the other one on our sword, I guess. That's where it would go. Still need fire aspect, though. We can try to get that at some point if I get more levels. I don't know if that'll happen, though. Then let me go ahead and head back to my base. I got everything I need here. And I'll go ahead and keep my extra mending book here on my base. I'm going to put away some of my other stuff, too, that I just don't really need at the moment. And now that my inventory is empty and I've gotten a little bit more settled, I'm going to decide what to build next. And I do have at least 1 idea. So it might not be super visible from the outside, but I made a doorway over here. I think that'll be like a nice place to put something else. So I mean, I'm gonna start mining and doing something. I'm pretty sure if I dig into the mountain a little bit, we can put like farms. Like it's basically like a greenhouse type of thing inside of a cave. So we can just have all of the crops growing inside. Because I think it'll be nice to have them en masse for when we need them. Sugarcane, stuff like that. Definitely wouldn't be useless. I also don't have any building blocks on me, so all I'm gonna do for now is just mine this back a little bit. I don't know, like, should we keep it this 4x4 and then we can continue the stairs? I want to make it go far back enough and then we'll turn like left and right or just left. And then this will kind of be like a wall with some stuff on display. I was thinking amethyst wall, but again, I haven't like fully decided. I just came up with this idea. So I'm going to just start by mining it back. A good amount of blocks, but nothing too crazy. So it's close enough still. Like maybe even here. Then we could have a 3x3 doorway. But then, yeah, see, I'm outside of my base. That's what I thought would happen. So we have to mine this, I don't know, at least a couple more blocks back, right? Let me still touch some stone too, actually. That'd be really useful so I don't have to keep melting it if I want to just start doing that right now. And then maybe the 3x3 door would work right here. Let's see. We only need to go like 4 over, then we're good. Like, yeah, that looks like it would work. That goes out far enough. So I can start assuming we're going to put something here and mine this out. Hopefully this isn't too far back. Could we make it on this layer? Okay, we could. I just want to be as close to the other side as possible, this wall right here. And then we can mine out this wall and place in the amethyst, like I said, if that's what we're going to end up using. So let me go grab some more building blocks so I can start trying to decorate and build this place. I'm going to go ahead and make another shovel too, because that one's about to break. And then the blocks I'm going to bring for now might just be amethyst. I mean, I'll just come back up here. I just want to get the general structure done first. I mean, maybe some basalt, but again, I just don't know what this is going to look like fully. I also want to keep with like the cave and stone vibe. So like, I don't want to make this into like a wood floor, I don't think. Let me just go ahead and try placing this full wall to start. And then we could probably do some stone decorations. Let me also make these stone stairs. That is not a crafting table. I probably want to mix in some andesite as well, but we could start with at least the stone just to kind of see where this is going. And then these would be placed all the way across this wall, assumingly to the back. Okay, yeah, that already looks pretty nice. And And then for this doorway right here, we can probably go ahead and do something similar. Yeah, I mean, something like that looks cool. And then we could just have it open up again, just to have some more shape. And then should we have like a table here where we can lay a couple of things? We would need some slabs to finish that off. I mean, I think that could look cool, yeah. Maybe like a leaf right here, a flower pot with a flower in it, and what other decoration? Maybe like a stone cutter or something farming themed if we're gonna have farms back there. You know, I don't think I actually have clay or bricks unless I'm just missing them, but I'm assuming I'm not, so we're gonna have to get some of those later on. For now though, we could definitely find a leaf in here somewhere. There it is. And then what was the other thing? I was thinking maybe like a stone cutter, right? How do you even craft those? I'm pretty sure it's stone, planks, and sticks. So if I just grab some of those out, we can see if we can auto-craft it. Which I can. Perfect. I mean, that's kind of matches a farm, maybe. Not really. I mean, you don't need a stone cutter for a farm, I guess. Unless it's like a lumber mill. Then, you know, it could make a little bit of sense. And then, yeah, the pot could go in this corner. I think those are good enough decorations for this wall. I also want to make sure there's enough lighting around here. So that is maxed out. And then we can't... I mean, we can place one right there. We can't really place one on this, though, because this is, like, blocked with these or whatever. I would like to change this floor into something, like maybe a bare minimum just andesite, but for now, I think this room is good enough. Also, we could add in like those, but I almost feel like that takes away from this look, so I don't know if I want to. I'll leave it like that. We could also mine this back, do some kind of design on the wall here. Maybe with like slabs or stairs. Could just be something as simple as this, and we got some more like amethyst in. So it's almost like this is mined in the middle of like a big geode or something. I think could make sense. I'll leave it there because I think it just adds more color, which is obviously a good thing. And then the next thing we would tackle is this tunnel right here. So we can go ahead and get our pickaxes ready and just keep mining this. I think I'm going to mine back this way now and take a turn, since we have to go pretty far back. Right now, I'm pretty sure if we go like straight this way, we would bump into our, yeah, nether portal open area. Do you see that over there? So we need to mine this back a little bit before we build like this huge farm area. I don't know exactly how far, but I'm going to mine a little bit. And lighting is something else I have to do too in here. I mean, we always don't want stuff spawning, so like, how do I deal with that? I'm not entirely sure yet. We could do some fence design, like fences with torches on them. I mean, I feel like that makes sense. So we can make some of those and start using them so we don't have mobs spawning. We could do 2 in this corner. I think that's already a good spot. And then across these walls probably too. Or we could do lanterns hanging from the ceiling. Wouldn't be bad as well. Or maybe when we turn into this area, we could make it go 4 high. And then that would like make it even easier to use lanterns. It will be more mining though, but like if it makes it look better, I really don't mind. Let's make it a lot more stairs. And then should we have like the walls be stairs like that? And then there's 1 block hanging in the middle like that. We could also do 1 stair there, I guess, to kind of ease it in more. And then bring these all the way across. Yeah, I think that would look better. It's like a huge, nice tunnel. I've already made some progress here. So like this could be one form, for example, and we'd want it to be wider than this. I'm still mining at the moment. But with some of the stone I've gathered, I do want to replace this, what is it called? Yeah, gravel. Because I just don't think it looks as good here as stone would. And then we could maybe just leave the diorite. I mean, I think it adds a new color, which is cool, so I will leave it. I also use some stone brick for this corner here to try to swap it up and make it look a little bit more intentional instead of having it be full stone. So hopefully that does work. I think it does, but again, I'm not 100% sure either. And I kind of like put these stairs to the half stair, whatever it's called, to kind of maybe show that's ending it. I don't know. You know, I'm just trying to make it look better. Either way, I have a lot of mining I have to do though for this. I'm just going to start with 2 farms, 1 in each side, here and here. And then if we want to expand it, add more farms, we can just mine this down. And then there'll be like different rows, if you guys could imagine that. So it will be easy to expand in the future if we want more. I think I'm going to go to try to make it more grand like this with some pathways of stone on the side. It will take up more space, but again, I think it'll just make it look bigger and better. And then as for how far back I'm going, I have no idea. I'm just going to base it off of like how far the water spreads and how long it is. So I just got to get the width first, and then we can get the length, which is going to be at least where this is 5 blocks. So that would be to here, and then right here, and then 1 more. So bare minimum, we're mining all the way to this block. So let me get that done. I'm going to put away some of the stone I've got because my inventory is full. And I want to be keeping it, of course, so we can keep using it to build. We can keep some of this cobblestone as well. I gotta take some of it out of the chest too, though, because this was the cobblestone only chest I was gonna start using. And I think that's all. Oh no, wait, I need to bring down some dirt, hopefully. That would be great. And then another water bucket so we can make an infinite water source would be ideal. Just gotta go fill it up first. Yeah, I like this area a lot already. Might not be able to see from the outside, but not everything I built has to be in view from the front of it, so it's okay. And it's useful too. We'll be able to grow all the crops. So if this is 5 wide, we need to be pretty long so it doesn't look... I want it to be like a long hangar type of hallway. So 5 wide, it's at least 11 long probably, right? But we're gonna base off the water. I don't know how long it'll actually end up being. But definitely longer than it is currently. So let me continue mining all this back. So I just mined this out to a pretty good extent. I just don't know if this is big enough. It feels so small. So if we want to make it bigger though, like how would I even do that? Like maybe the water goes 3 blocks, 4 blocks in the middle. Let me get some more spruce wood so I can make the outlines a bit easier as well. And then I'll mine this out like 2 or 3 more too maybe so we can kind of see the comparison. And if I do end up blocking all this up, I don't really mind. But I think it just needs to be a little bit bigger. It's not big enough for a single farm. And I know we could have multiple of one crop, but I would even make it wider too. Like I guess we could remove these spruce posts, but I think the spruce post will help it look better. And then there's also a place to hide the lighting if I do it like that. So, I mean, for those reasons, I think it is better to have them. And then these would go a little bit further over. Okay, and then we have the farm here. I did expand it, and I do think that looks a lot better, so I'm going to keep it like this. I'm just going to add in these stairs all the way around this part. And then this hallway would actually lead through to the other place where we would maybe add more of these. So let me just mine this like 2 blocks over so I can have some depth in this room and I can know where it ends. Okay, and then this corner would be stone brick once again. Could always change that though. It doesn't have to be stone brick. Then let me make some stairs too. I can go up to my inventory though first because it is getting a little bit full. Okay, I'll place 1 stair here, 1 stair in this block, and kind of continue the curvature thing I was going for. Then these can go all the way back on this wall to the ending. I'm just gonna link them up with this brick. Okay, I'm placing all of these wrong too, but that's okay. I'll place them on the back wall, and then need a couple more to finish it. Then they can go all the way across here as well. Then that should be good for this farm. We're gonna have to add in the lanterns too, but for now we're gonna only add in some torches on all these wooden posts. I need to get glowstone, leaves, and maybe even moss blocks real quick as well. Maybe some seeds or beetroots. I don't know where we're gonna plant yet, but I can plant down whatever it's going to be so it starts growing. And then this is the side I would have to mine next, so we have them on either way. Hopefully this actually goes out and we don't like bump into an open cave, but I don't think we do. Our base is like underground this way, as far as I remember. So I should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and place a glowstone on both of these sides. I'm gonna place my infinite water source as well so we can have it whenever we need it while building this area. I'll just put it in this corner for now. I only need 2 blocks. I'll put the leaves on top of them, and then the moss carpets. I can also use my iron hoe and turn all this to farmland. I don't have seeds yet, though. So I'll have to get this one to go up again. On this side, I'm going to go ahead and plant down wheat seeds. I think that actually I'll do beetroots, and if we end up making 2 more farms, we can do the other 2 crops. Hopefully a stack is enough. I mean, I can always just bring more. I think it actually is perfectly enough almost. Yeah, we have 6 extra to spare. Then I will go ahead and mine this entire side and get it ready. So I just finished this whole side in the farm here. I've just got to place in these 2 water buckets. I got to place in the leaves on top of them. And then I guess I actually put my moss back in my chest. So I'll go get it when I get like the beetroots or whatever I'm planting here. Which I do think I'll do the beetroots. Okay, I did go ahead and place in all the beetroot seeds here. So this room is basically done. I do want to make it look a little bit better if possible. So I'm just thinking of what could I change the floor to. I think to make it more earthy and kind of fit the crops, we could replace the whole floor with moss, but I'm not exactly sure, so I'm going to think about it. Okay, so I could maybe do some tuff for the floor, and then maybe moss for the walls. I'm not sure what I'll do, honestly, so I'm just going to collect some moss using, well, I need to get a piece of moss, oops. I was going to bone meal some of it just for I have some. Even if I don't use it right now, I think it's a good thing to have still. I don't know if I'll even change the floor, honestly. I mean, it doesn't have to be special, and then I like the cave feel for it, but I just feel like it looks kind of dead in here, and it isn't really a good place for crops to be sitting. So I think I could improve it some way. So I can go ahead and harvest all of these moss blocks then with my iron hoe. I'm going to grow them until I have probably like... I mean, if I'm going to do something to the rooms down there, it would take a lot. So maybe I should just get like 10 stacks or something. I don't think I have enough bone meal for that though, so I'm just gonna get as much as I can right now. That my inventory and bone meal allows me to, and I'll kind of go from there. My iron hoe did break, but I got some moss in the first place, so I'm gonna go ahead and just replace this single wall right here with some and see if it does look like it would look better. I have to mine the ores though too, so I'm kind of taking away from the cave, but like the whole base doesn't have to look like a cave. I think it's okay. So let me just try this single wall right here, and I will compare it to everything else. So that is the right side wall done, and this is what it kind of looks like. I do think that could be a bit better. And then we could replace the floor too, I think still. I guess if we do replace the floor though, we could also start with the floor replacement like right around here. Like it doesn't have to be this whole tunnel. It could kind of just transform into a new kind of area in this part. So let me replace the back wall and the other wall so I can get an even better idea of how this will start coming along. Okay, and then for this doorway to kind of close it off so it's opening up into this new area, if that makes sense, we could place in some more stone bricks right there, and then I think that would be fine. I also think I would probably end up replacing the ceiling with the green blocks as well. So I mean, let's do that right now on this side at the bare minimum. Well, I mined out the rest of the ceiling right here and I ran out of moss, but that's kind of what it's starting to look like. I need to get tough and I need to get more moss blocks to finish this. So I'm going to collect, I mean, I don't know which one I'll do first, but either way I've got to empty my inventory so I have space to get one of them. I have completed the first step, which would be the tough. So let me go ahead and start with placing some of this in. I'm just going to do a checkered pattern throughout here. So we'll start with the polished tough first, all the way down through this line. I'll probably start with both farms as well because there's not that much ground to even change in the first place. So I mean, like, it shouldn't take me too long to do this. Then we'll have to get the moss again, which we need a little bit more of, so it might be a little bit more time consuming. Okay, and the first one we can go ahead and get stack. So we have a stack of these chisel tough bricks as well, and then I can go through and put them in the other missing blocks, which would end up looking something just like this. And then the finished room looks like this, which honestly looks really cool. I think the only thing that kind of sticks out as being worse is now the stone stairs don't really match, so maybe change them with like some wooden accents or something to kind of match like this wood bed frame would be cool. I'm not going to worry about this second though. We can kind of tick that back up in a minute. I'm going to get the moss blocks so we can finish the roof and the other walls on this side. And I have more moss blocks now, so I'm going to go ahead and start changing all these walls out again. So this side is complete. Just got to do the like stairs after, which we're not doing yet. And then I can get started on this whole side, which will definitely take me a minute or two. And this side is also now finished. So I do have some spruce, something that I can use for these stairs. I'm going to try that and see how it looks. Let's just start by replacing one side again. I think that's a good method to see. I'll just go along here and then swap that out with the spruce wood. Yeah, I mean, I do think that already looks a bit better. So let me do this whole side for another test. Alright, and that is the side done, which I do think looks better than the stone. So I'm going to replicate that on the side behind me here. Just got to make more stairs so I'm able to do that. Then both of these sides are done now. So, I mean, something else I could also work on is in between each of these farms I want to have a wall. So something like this. And then we could have these stone stairs pick up from right here. And then I could open up into another room if we do decide to expand it, which I don't think I will today, but who knows. But I can at least get these walls ready, and then this would open up. And for now, we can go ahead and just put it as like a moss wall, honestly, to kind of close it off here. And then the floor, we can finish that with the tough blocks. I actually don't have them on me right now, so I have to bring 3 more. And then yeah, I was going to leave this hallway as stone too. I think that's fine. And I guess this is basically done. We have a wheat farm and a beetroot farm. And I like how the room turned out, so I don't think I need any more torches, yeah. Oh yeah, the lighting. I want some lanterns throughout the roof here, so let's just use a good amount of my iron nuggets. I can go ahead and put them in a table here, and we can make 8 lanterns to start, which will be enough. Then I'll probably place them in, I mean, how wide is this? If we go 3 blocks, another 3 blocks. Maybe I'll start it from here, so we have one at the start of both of these stairs. Then we could have 3 blocks towards the middle. And then if we go here and go 3 blocks over, we could do that once and then twice. And then for this room, I mean, we could have like 1 here if we need it. That should be more than enough light for this whole area. And then we could go down the middle as well. Let's just start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and place 1 lantern there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and place 1 lantern here. And then I could add in more after, but I'm now out of iron, but I think this is still good enough, you know. We have the blocks in the middle too, so nothing can spawn. And it looks like all the crops are growing too, so that is not an issue. Speaking of crops growing though, does remind me, I built that wheat farm earlier that I was unsure if all the crops were able to grow. So let's go see if every single wheat is fully grown in there, or if there's a couple blocks that need more light on them. Ooh, wait, it does look like there is one. I can see 2 in the corner here. I don't have an iron hoe, so I can't actually fix it, but we can add in more lighting right here. I have my moss carpets on me, or some of them. And we probably need another block right here too to have enough light. Then there's 3 in the middle. Does that really reach all the way over there? I don't think it will. Oh yeah, there's a whole line in the middle here as well, so we probably just need to add in a glowstone in the middle of the farm over here. Hopefully that's enough. Again, we need one in the middle somewhere around here. And then that does look like every single block is covered now. I also gotta fix that path block, oops. I could get the iron hoe and fix all these too. Let me get an iron hoe. And do we need seeds? We need like 1 or 2 seeds, but I can get that from this farm. I'm gonna empty my inventory. And I do have a diamond hoe, so that should last me a bit longer. And we can plant 1 more right there. We've got to jump down the middle here somewhere, so let's jump on this block so we don't ruin anything else. Then where else do we need to fix it? That might actually be it. There's 1 more over here though. Yeah, okay, this is the last one. And then hopefully those start growing in. I'll have to check again soon. I think the next thing I'll do is probably just take a kind of a couple minutes or a little bit here to place all the redstone and lapis in the walls to add stuff that isn't just coal, iron, and diamonds. I'm also going to collect more carrots so I can start off with at least a stack before I do this. It'll probably take me a bit too, but I'll show you the before and after. I can go back a little further as well to show it off a little more so you can see it better too. Let me go over here by my big bridge. And this is what it's looking like before, and we can see the after in just a second. Alright, I got some pickaxe durability or whatever. Like I mined some ores and killed zombies right now too, but I wanted to take a break and come and show you this before. I think it's pretty okay. Part of me thinks it might be too much redstone and lapis, but I don't know. I think it's fine. I also want to go ahead and remove some more of the grass from like this area though, so we can continue with that cave vibe of being only stone, except for like areas that we purposely make it grass, like right here, because the waterfall is there. So there's 1 or 2 more areas like right here I have to remove, and maybe it was right here or up there. It might be right there, I forget. But there's a couple more spots in the angle of the base that I want to get rid of. And we can eventually get rid of this whole mountain if I want to. But that mountain kind of looks cool too, so I might leave that one and we could end up building something else up there. So, you know, again, I gotta think about it for 1 second at least. And right here, I did think for a second, I want to go up here and remove this whole hill of dirt. I think that'd be the best place to kind of make it more mountain-like. And then we can leave this whole plain up here for if we do a sequel, or even in this video too. I mean, I just don't know yet. We could build like another really big farm area, maybe like a house behind it. That's probably too big of a project for right now, but we can at least get ready for it if I ever decide to do something like that. And this will also just make the base look better in the first place, even if we don't end up doing it. So let me remove all this dirt. It's going to take me a bit for sure, but I'll just have to go 1 block at a time. And I have finished mining whatever I wanted to mine up there. I mean, you can already see it looks way more mountain-like. We're going to leave that stuff up there for now, so I can kind of get into the, you know, like last finishing touches. That did take me a little bit, but I've still got time left, of course. I think one thing I wanted to do was, oh, it's kind of slipping my memory now. Oh yeah, at the top left over there. I think I want to try and make like some cool like leaf areas, maybe holding some plants and flower pots, like an outdoor garden, maybe almost something like that. So I'm gonna go up these stairs and grab some moss blocks, leaves, and then spruce trapdoors and things like that. So we can start by doing something pretty simple, like, I don't know, like 1 thing here maybe, or I could try to keep it even, but then again, let's not keep it even. I think it'll look better if it's just kind of like randomly placed throughout here. So how do I make this look the best that I can? Maybe something like this almost. Okay, that could look kind of cool, but that doesn't really look like a shelf either. So if we want to go with the shelf vibe, we'd have to almost push this back a block at the bare minimum, I think. Okay, so that works so far. We could place another stair in here, another one up here, if we're going with this design. We could continue those trapdoors, and then we could almost just place in the shelves then. 1 here, we'd have to place the next one a little bit further up so we can actually place stuff on these. But yeah, you know, I don't like how that's looking. What if we take these stairs and put them only on the bottom? And then we can have the trapdoors come up a little bit more. Then can we close it off here? I don't know if I want to close off too, because then, like, how do you even go about doing that? If we place the slabs here, you can't place blocks here. If we place them on top, then we can't place anything else on top of them, which isn't, like, necessarily a terrible thing, but, like, it kind of limits us. And then does that even look like shelves too? I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, I think. We can have one here for sure. Maybe use like a slab for a layer here. Maybe I'm just going about this wrong too. Maybe we should make like a more distinct wall to hang these on. So basically, instead of trapdoors on the side, we could go through with some wood. Maybe even making that spruce wood would look good. And then we could have, you know, the shelves kind of come through. Maybe the bottom layer would be slabs. We'd have a top layer right here with like 2 of those. We could extend this over as well and place in a layer of trapdoors here. Maybe like 1 slab here. Then you can place a block here and not the other side. And then maybe we do like 1 final floor above this as well. Or make this like 3 blocks. No, I'm not sure. Or, you know, even like this. I mean, that's better at least, right? That looks pretty good already. Then we can close it off. And then for the top, I don't want to do like a full log. I think it would just start making it look like a house almost. So what if we have like a layer of slabs? You know, I think that looks like a shelf. Yeah, I like it. I just need these stuff to put on the shelf. So like, let me go grab a couple of ideas of what to put on there. Alright, so what blocks do we want to decorate up there with? Let me look around. I would like a pumpkin. I don't know. I guess we'd have to grow pumpkins, so maybe we're not gonna use a pumpkin. But something else I know we have, or I hope we have, I don't know. Let me just go get some. Well, melons. Let me get melons in a minute. I want to go get flower pots as well. And then what else is like plant-like? It's hard because a lot of plant blocks, you have to place them on like grass or moss. Which we could make a moss shelf on one of those areas, but like not every single shelf can have moss on it. So flower pots, melons, stuff like that is going to help us decorate a bit better. And, you know, I guess I'll have to just keep thinking of other things to use. Glowberries might not be bad. Yeah, we can take those. And then clay. I'm not sure how hard it will be to find clay. I need to take diamonds with me so we can make more tools when mine breaks. I don't actually know where I put my diamonds though. There we go. And I do have wood and everything else. I know there's an ocean this way, if I remember correctly. I think that'd be my best bet. I'm hoping clay even spawns in this world, because I don't think I've gotten a flower pot yet. Well, unfortunately, I could not find any clay anywhere. I mean, I looked around for a bit. I guess it just doesn't spawn in this world, which is like definitely unlucky. But I mean, at the same time, there's not much I can do about it. So we're just gonna have to take the L on that one. There are a couple more things I definitely want to get done though. One of which I think if I place some stairs on the bottom of this, it could look a little bit better. So let's try that to kind of block off this stone and continue the spruce look. Also, maybe I should have waited to place this because the next idea was actually removing the spruce look and changing these spruce logs into dark oak logs. I think it would match a bit better as well. Just them being in front of this one. At first I thought it was fine as like an accent, but it might look better if I do change it out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the dark oak wood and try that, starting with the right side railing. Something like this. I'll only replace the tops to test, and then we can go back through and make it perfect afterwards. And I mean, I might as well do the left side so I can get a good idea of what it's going to be. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through with this change anyway. I mean, I don't think it's going to look worse, that's for sure. Alright, there are the top blocks of both of these sides. If we go back a little bit from a different angle and have a peek, how does that look? Yeah, I think it matches better than that one, so let me replace all of it. Starting with the bottom sides of these, where we can just have everything be even and perfect. And I will have to place in my torches again, because all of them have been breaking since they're on the backs of these old blocks. So there's one side fixed. We can do the bottom side of these as well and just get it over with. And now that this whole side is done, I can go ahead and go do the other side. I just gotta get a couple more pieces of dark oak wood first, I think. I will start with the top sides once again, because that just makes it easier to go ahead and break all of this and replace it. Then we have something to place it off of. I'll just do this entire side first, so let's get these bottom blocks swapped out one at a time. Then we can do the second side, once again starting with the top. And now that the surface is converted, the last thing I have to do is go through here and place those torches back. So there's the ones on this side, and here are some torches on the other side. Perfect. And I do think that looks a lot better, both of their staircases on the side. So first thing I'm going to do is go over here and check and make sure, are all of these starting to grow now that there's light? Looks like one block in the middle is still struggling on a couple of different areas. I think it's too soon to tell, honestly, though. It seems like it's working, but we'll have to come look. And then, other than that, next step, we'd have to... Up there, I remember that's what I was working on before I went to go mine and look for clay. We didn't find clay, which is fine. I want to keep decorating up there, so we need to go ahead and take all of these melon blocks with their silk touch. And then we can use them as decoration I'm just gonna harvest every single one of them, honestly, because like they'll just all grow back. I don't think I need 10 melons right now, but like in case I do, we might as well take all of them. So there we go, we got 10 more. And then I want to make some campfires as well. I think campfires always look good on shelves. And honestly, all we would need for that is some logs, which we have a lot of. We would need some coal, which we also have some of. And then just like sticks, which we probably have some pre-crafted in the chest somewhere. You know, it actually doesn't seem like we have that many. We can just use jungle logs for them. I'm going to craft up a bunch extra just to carry around in my inventory. We're going to use these. And we can craft up to 21. Yeah, we did craft 21. Cool. And with those 21, we can start building with our melons as well. Let's go up here and place these. Probably starting with one, I don't know, like right here, maybe. Actually, I'll just broke a back in tubes. Maybe one right there. Campfire on this block. Maybe a campfire in this block. And then I actually don't have it on me, but I think we can turn this block into a moss block. And then we can go ahead and kind of make it look like a shelf by basically doing something as simple as just making some trapdoors. And then with those trapdoors, we can go ahead and block off the sides of it. So just like this. Then we can plant something on top of that. We can place 2 berries right there too, hanging down. Maybe one right here as well. Okay, I think that's pretty colorful. We just need a flower. Maybe a flowering azalea could work. A sweet berry would work fine too. I'm gonna grab a couple different options. I ended up just bringing 1 berry because I think I'm done building up here right now anyway. I think the red, or it's not really that red, but you know, it's that color is gonna add in a nice contrast into this area. You know, as for the walls around it, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna take a break from up here. That might be it. I mean, it's a cute garden area. I could definitely add some more stuff though if I wanted to. But it's just, I don't know, I guess the question would be what to add. And I do not have an answer to that. Yeah, I think with those couple of changes finished, that's about all I had on my to-do list. I mean, I think this base looks super cool. I'm gonna go around it a little bit. There are these doors right here with the previous zombie villager, which I never found another one of. Which I feel like it's kind of weird, but I don't know. Zombie villagers must just be rare. Maybe they just don't spawn down here either. But the farm, it still needs some progress growing, so we'll just leave it there for a bit. The pond, we probably could have added some different stuff in here too, but like, I mean, what can we really get? I don't know if we can get sea pickles. We can probably get those plants that go up. I don't even know what they're called right now though, to be honest. I can also place some melons with these leaves. Kind of looks, so it looks like it's like fruiting a plant or whatever. Well, I should probably place this one differently. Something like right there, yeah, that looks better. Looks like it's growing out of it now. And then one in the middle of these, one down here. I think that's an improvement overall. We got 3 melons left. Over here on this wall too, though, we could place one next to this leaf. I don't know, we can just leave this area too. I mean, it's basically just a place to get over. I mean, we could place one in this corner, why not? And add some green back. I think this was looking a little gray anyway over here. So we can definitely try, I mean, why not? Maybe place a couple of moss blocks back here as well. Let's just do one, you know, it's like a gradient of green blocks now. As for these farms, I like these. The inside farms are some extra space for them. We got the 2 sugarcane farms. The nether area, we kind of tackled a little bit in this video. I made the portal bigger. I think we could have edited some more stuff around here, like maybe changing this out. Maybe putting another one here, but like having nether blocks on it. So like gold, maybe some blackstone, maybe like a piglin in a cage or something right here. Since it's next to the portal. Maybe in the next video I could do that. That sounds like a good idea, honestly. And then I like how we have access. I finished the other staircase like I originally wanted to do with this entire build. So we have 2 staircases on both sides. This is a pretty basic room as well. I mean, it's like really is nothing special. But at the same time, I do like it still. I don't think it was for nothing. There's just armor and we could make it have something else in it too still, like a map or something like that. We got the waterfall, the secondary waterfall, and then all the rooms above us, the interiors. Definitely a pretty fun and cool video. So if you guys have another idea for something like this, if you want to see 500 days, leave it in the comments below. If you want to watch another video, click the one on screen now. And thank you everybody so much for watching. This is the outro though. You know, this was a successful video. Like I said, we're out of time. We're out of ideas. Goodbye everybody and see you next time.